It's time for Arkansas Travelers Baseball. Brought to you by AT&T, Coca-Cola, Allstate Insurance, ICT Technical Institute, Miller Lite, and Arkansas Federal Credit Union. Now, let's head to the ballpark for the ICT Tech pregame show. Here's the voice of the Arkansas Travelers, Bill Elson.
Live from Little Rock, Arkansas Traveler Baseball is on the air. Hello once again, everybody. A very pleasant good evening to you. Welcome to historic Raywinder Field, as tonight Minor League Baseball and the Texas League present the Arkansas Travelers and the Corpus Christi Hooks in Game 1 of a three-game series. A spectacular night for baseball here in Central Arkansas. Phil Elson with you on Air America, Little Rock, 1380 KDXE, and MinorLeagueBaseball.com. You're tuned into the ICT Technical Institute pregame show. Your potential can increase with a degree, and you can create your own career path with a degree from ICT Technical Institute in Little Rock. For details, go online to ict-tech.edu. 98 degrees in the shade here at Raywinder Field, and the Travelers and the Hooks playing the final three games. They'll match up for the second half of the season. Travelers just finished a four-game split with the San Antonio Missions, winning the first couple of games and then losing the last two by a total of just 2 runs. Travelers trailed 7-0 yesterday after the fifth inning, rallied back, had the winning runs in scoring position in the ninth inning with the bases loaded. Matt Pauley, who had earlier delivered an RBI single as the Travs came back in the eighth. Pauley in the ninth left the bases loaded, flying out to left field, and the Missions held on for a 7-6 win. And the news still good for the Travelers. They remain just one game out of first, with the Wichita Wranglers in first at 11-10. The Travelers come in today with 10 wins and 11 losses in the second half of the season. But Springfield has also been playing some great baseball recently, winning 8 of 10. They are also tied for second with the Travs, one game in back of Wichita. Meanwhile, the Corpus Christi Hooks come on to Little Rock after losing 3 of 4 to the Springfield Cardinals. Corpus Christi still in first place with the league's best record in the second half. The Hooks are 14-7 with a 2-game lead in the South Division. But this Hooks ball club is much different than the last time the Travs saw the Hooks. Of course, there has been that trade involving the Astros sending 2 very important Hooks over to the Devil Rays for Aubrey Huff. That was the starting shortstop for the Hooks, Ben Zobrist, and one of their top starting pitchers, Mitch Talbot, going over to the Tampa Bay Devil Rays organization. And to add things to boot, things getting worse for the Hooks, one of their other starting pitchers, Juan Gutierrez, one of the top strikeout artists in the league, is sidelined with an injury. And so the Travelers today are going up against a pitcher making his Double-A debut. Ronnie Martinez takes the hill for the Hooks after posting 3 wins and 4 losses at Single-A Salem with a 2.04 ERA. He is a 23-year-old right-hander from Cotuí in the Dominican Republic. And again, it'll be Martinez's Double-A debut today. I guess Nick Green looks like a seasoned veteran compared to Martinez. Green making his 8th start at Double-A with the Travelers. He has picked up 4 wins against just 1 loss with a 4.57 ERA. It'll be the final trip for the Hooks to Raywinder Field. Of course, it's just the second year for the franchise history over at Corpus Christi. The Hooks don't have any pressure on them here in the second half as they really learned some new teammates. The Hooks did win the first half division title in the South and already have their ticket stamped for the first round of the playoffs. Travelers, meanwhile, still trying to fight back after finishing in last place in the first half. Arkansas had been playing some great baseball, winning 9 of 13 games before falling the last couple of nights. So the Travelers trying to get back on the winning track tonight at steamy Raywinder Field. Happy to have you with us for the ICT Tech pregame show. Plenty to talk about next as we take a commercial break. We'll have the highlights from last night's Texas League action and the Agro Farm Report with news from the Angels organization. That'll be right after this commercial break on Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDXE.
You're going to paint your house, your apartment?
I sure. Talking about the windows. Yes.
It takes teamwork to be able to reach new goals in today's complex business environment. Each one of us should strive to be a step ahead and know how to compete in a rapidly changing world. The ITT Tech School of Business is about helping people prepare for the challenges of a competitive world. ITT Technical Institute School of Business, education for the future. To find out more, call 1-800-ITT-TECH or visit us on the web.
For jury duty.
But you'll be back occasionally to sub-host, right?
Right, I'm going to be back next week.
Back at Raywinder Field, apparently some troubles back at the studio, so we've got plenty to talk about, as I mentioned, for the ITT Tech pregame show. Phil Elson with you before the Travelers and the Hooks play game one of this three-game series. Check out what happened last night at Frisco. 3 days ago, the Tulsa Drillers had handed the Rough Riders a 17-1 defeat, and been one of the worst losses in the short franchise history of the Frisco Rough Riders. Well, yesterday the Rough Riders got the last laugh as Frisco pounds out 21 hits, and the Rough Riders go on for the 17-run victory, beating up on the Drillers 19-2. Drillers have now lost 8 of 10 ball games. The story of the game was Frisco first baseman Nate Gold, who becomes the first Texas League player this year to hammer 3 homers in one ball game. And in the process, he now has 16 home runs on the year and is only 6 behind the league leader Joe Kashansky of Tulsa, and just 3 behind the Travelers. Brandon Wood was third in the league. Gold with 16 home runs, 3 of them yesterday. Thomas Diamond picked up another victory, picking up his 9th win against just 4 losses, while Steven Register gives up the loss and falls to 2-7. The Drillers actually had a 2-0 lead after their half of the first, thanks to a home run by Ian Stewart, where the Rough Riders scored the last 19 runs of the ball game. And the Rough Riders end up winning 3 of 4 from Springfield. Out at Midland yesterday, the Rockhounds defeated the Wichita Wranglers 9-3, third consecutive defeat for Wichita. All of them, by the way, coming after the vote in Springdale, and thumbs up to build the minor league ballpark that probably will be taking the Wranglers away from the Air Capital. Yesterday, Midland trailed 3-1 going into the 5th inning. They scored the final 8 runs in the game, including a 4-run rally in the 7th to salt things off. Ray Aguilar picked up his 8th win against 5 losses. Zach Greinke falling to 3-2 for the Wichita Wranglers. Each team a couple of homers. Dee Brown and Donnie Murphy going deep for the Wranglers. Kurt Suzuki and Lloyd Turner hit home runs for the Rockhounds as they pulled away late. And yesterday at Springfield, the Cardinals handed the Corpus Christi Hooks their second straight loss, and the Cardinals won it 2-1. Springfield pulling even with the Travelers in second place at 10-11, 1 game back. Jordan Powell's the winner, goes to 7-3, while Chance Douglas had a 3-game personal winning streak snap, falling to 6-3. Mark Worrell coming on for the Cardinals, saving his 22nd lead in the league, and that gave the Cardinals their 10th win in the second half against 11 defeats. They're 1 game in back of the Wranglers. So are the Travelers. Tulsa residing in last place in the North at 8-13, 3 games back. In the South Division, Corpus Christi is 14-7, 2 games ahead of second place San Antonio, though the Missions have picked up a couple of games over the last 2 nights. Midland at 11-10 is 3 games out. The Hounds have won 3 in a row. Frisco, even with their win last night, they are 8-13, residing in last place, 6 games out of first. All the games will start at 7 o'clock in the Texas League today. Midland hosting Tulsa, 7 p.m. Mark Kaiser takes the hill for the Drillers with a 7-7 record. David Bradley will pitch for the Rockhounds. His record 4-8. At Frisco, 7 p.m. first pitch. Neither the Wranglers nor the Rough Riders announced their starting pitcher. San Antonio and Springfield tonight, 7:10 first pitch at Hammond Field. Eric Haberer pitching for the Cardinals against the Mission's Travis Chick. We'll keep you updated on those games as we get throughout our broadcast today on the Southwest Airlines out-of-town scoreboard. Quick bit of news from the Angels organization on the AgPro Farm Report, brought to you by AgPro of Central Arkansas, located in Pine Bluff, Maumelle, Stuttgart, and England. The Angels today made a move, putting Kelvin Escobar on the disabled list with irritation in his right elbow, and replacing Escobar on the 25-man roster for the Angels is former Travelers second baseman Howie Kendrick, fresh off a couple of All-Star performances in the Futures game and the AAA All-Star game. Kendrick gets his second chance with the Angels after going 3 for 26. He had played with the Angels from April 26th until May 14th. He's really just getting in a few games and going 3 for 26. Of course, Kendrick, however, one of the top hitters in the minors at AAA, 369 average with 13 homers. And no word on, as of now, who replaces Kelvin Escobar in the starting rotation for the Angels. We may look to see perhaps Joe Saunders get a call up from the majors at some point. That is not coming from any sort of information I've already heard. It just seems that Saunders has pitched well enough this year to at least earn a start in the majors. He is 10-3 with Salt Lake. Saunders with a 2.50 ERA. Give him a shot. I think he'll impress. And certainly the Angels, who are they're in the market for some trades. They'd like to get Saunders, I think, a couple of Major League starts of an audition, so Major League teams get a sense of what he might look like in another Major League starting rotation. Quick other bits of news from the minor leagues in the Angels system. Salt Lake yesterday returned from their All-Star break, losing to Sacramento 6-3. Saunders ended up with a no decision in the game, giving up 3 runs on 4 hits with 3 walks in 6 innings, struck out 6. Reggie Willis extended a hitting streak to 10 games, finishing 2 for 3. A couple of former Travelers getting back to baseball on rehab assignments. Dallas McPherson starting for Salt Lake after rehabbing a sore back. He was 0 for 3 yesterday. And Casey Kochman, trying to make a long road from recovery from mononucleosis, was 0 for 1 with a walk. Rancho Cucamonga in the California League last night gave up 5 runs in the 8th inning, losing to Lake Elsinore 9-6. Kevin Lynch giving up 4 of those runs for the loss. Shortstop Sean Rodriguez, we may see for the Travelers next month, finishing with 2 hits, including a home run. Cedar Rapids in the Midwest League gave up 10 runs in the 8th inning, losing to Clinton 14-5. Orem Owls in the Pioneer League were winners over the Missoula Osprey, the Diamondbacks affiliate in the P-League, 5-3, with Abel Nieves and tipping a couple of 8 hits. Sean O'Sullivan got a no decision. Tempe Angels picked up a 3-2 win over the Mariners, Arizona League affiliate. And that's your Angels Farm Report, brought to you by Ag Pro of Central Arkansas, located in Pine Bluff, Maumelle, Stuttgart, and England. Coming up next, we'll have the starting lineups for the Travelers and the Hooks on Air America Little Rock 1380 KDXE.
Not working with this injury, Tony.
Your world is suddenly changing for the better, all because two great companies that you know and trust, have now joined forces to deliver the world that matters most, yours. AT&T, with its passion to invent, and SBC, with its drive to deliver, have come together to create the most complete and secure network with products and services to keep you connected to work, home, to life. Introducing the new AT&T, your world, delivered.
Coca-Cola is special. My friend's brother is a molecular biologist, and he was saying the only way you could have gotten Coke Zero to taste like the regular Coke was to engineer it in space. I would not. No, but think about the whole zero factor, like zero gravity. It makes perfect sense. Zero is for the 0 calories. To stop pretending that you don't engineer Coke Zero in space. Can you do that? I wish I could speculate on that, sir. The next launch. I just want the time for the next launch. Coca-Cola Zero. Real Coke taste, 0 calories.
Quitting smoking is hard, and it's even harder to do it alone. The good news is there is help. Just call the SOS Quit line. 1-866-NOW-QUIT. They'll give you the information and program you need to get free of tobacco. And the service is free, too. Try it. Call 1-866-NOW-QUIT and start to get free. I promise, it's a great feeling. 1-866-NOW-QUIT. Call today.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball. Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Apollo 13. Great films known for their award-winning special effects. To create the magic, Hollywood hires companies like Industrial Light and Magic. Industrial Light and Magic hires imaginative people like Aaron Fowl.
Before he was a master of special effects, he was a media communications student at Webster University in St. Louis, where his talent took off. Today, he inspires the imagination at DreamWorks FKG. I'm Bob Costas, member of the board of Webster University. All Webster campuses around the world share the same belief. Education is more than just a degree. It's real knowledge, for real-world success.
Want to buy a new car? Take a dream vacation, remodel your home, or finance just about anything? You can use the equity in your home to make it happen. Right now, Arkansas Federal Credit Union has a home equity line of credit with a 4-month fixed rate as low as 4.5% annual percentage rate with absolutely no fees. Plus, it's easier than ever to access your home equity loan using Arkansas Federal's Visa Platinum credit card. No checks, no hassles. Apply online at afcu.org or call 982-1000.
Conservatives love to say that big government doesn't work.
Then they get elected and prove it.
We're Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDXE, North Little Rock.
Back at the yard, Phil Elson with you on Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDXE. Time for a look at the starting lineups as the lineups are getting exchanged at the plate. Corpus Christi manager Dave Clark and the Travelers manager Tyrone Boykin. Starting with Corpus Christi, the Hooks are the AA affiliate of the Houston Astros with 14 wins, 7 losses in the second half. Overall, they're 55-35. Leading off is the center fielder Josh Anderson. Jorge Cortez batting second and playing left field. Hitting third, dangerous hitter right fielder Hunter Pence. League's leading batter, J.R. House, hitting .333, catches and cleans up. Batting fifth and at first base, big Walter Young. Josh Bonifay batting in the sixth hole is the Hooks DH. In the seventh spot, second baseman Johnny Ash. Mark Saccomanno bats eighth and plays third base. And Wade Robinson rounds out the Hooks starting nine. He'll be starting at shortstop. That's Anderson, Cortez, Pence, House, Young, Bonifay, Ash, Saccomanno, and Robinson for Dave Clark's Corpus Christi Hooks. The Travelers, a AA affiliate of the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, 10 wins, 11 losses in the second half, 1 game back of the Wichita Wranglers for first in the North. Overall, the Travelers 34-56. Leading things off will be Nathan Haynes playing left field with Wayne Bacon batting second, playing center. Hitting third, Travelers shortstop Brandon Wood with Matt Brown cleaning up and playing the hot corner. In right field tonight, batting fifth, Kerry Evans. Designated hitter Greg Porter bats sixth with Bobby Wilson catching, batting seventh. Matt Pauley hits eighth. He'll be at first base. Eric Rodlin bats ninth. He'll be at second. Starting pitching matchup, Nick Green for the Travelers. 21-year-old right-hander out of Darton College. He is a native of Tifton, Georgia, making his 8th AA appearance. His record 4-1 with a 4.57 ERA. Travelers have won 5 of Green's 7 starts. One of those losses was at the hands of the Corpus Christi Hooks on June 23rd. Ronnie Martinez makes his AA debut for Corpus Christi. 23-year-old right-hander from the Dominican Republic. He is in his 5th professional season and 4th in the state. He pitched in the Carolina League with Salem. 9 starts, going 3-4 with a 2.04 earned run average. Same umpire crew as we had for the San Antonio series. Rob Hansen is behind the plate. Crew chief Jason Stein is at third base with Aaron Banks, the first base umpire, tonight. As mentioned, 98 degrees in the shade, and it will become much more comfortable as the sun continues to set. It's already started to cool off a little bit, and not too much of a breeze to cool you off, but up here in the gym box, we're about 10 degrees hotter than it is down on the field with the wooden roof with tar on top of it, trapping the heat, so we're feeling it just as much as everybody else. So, of course, we're just as happy to be at the yard today. There go the Field of Dreams kids off the field. We'll take one more break, come back with the first pitch on Air America Little Rock 1380.
Okay, here you go. The perfect house. So you ready to put in a bid? Oh, what? It's a pretty tight market, and I'd really hate to see you lose out. It's the first house you've shown us. Yeah, isn't that great?
Not working with the Century 21 agent. Century 21 agents pledge to keep showing you properties until you're satisfied. Only Century 21 agents offer the Century 21 service pledge to help reduce the stress of buying real estate. Century21.com. Real estate for your world.
The Century 21 pledge is offered by participating offices. Each office is independently owned and operated.
When good spark plugs go bad, even a drive in the country is in jeopardy.
Hey, spark plugs, let's get this over. The performance anxiety.
I don't understand. This never happened before.
Yeah, whatever.
Our performance letting you down?
What's this guy?
Autolite XP Extreme Performance Spark Plug, ma'am.
You seem different from the other spark plugs.
I have iridium-enhanced fine wire technology for faster ignition and optimum performance.
Ooh, that's hot.
Autolite, it's time to change your plug.
It's ironic. They're called answering machines, but they never give you answers. No, sure, they tell you so-and-so isn't here right now, but you have no idea where they went or when they'll be back. Of course, with Geico, you won't talk to an answering machine. They have thousands of car insurance specialists standing by, so you always get answers from a real-life person. No wondering, no waiting, no irony.
Geico's customer satisfaction stands at 97%. How would you rate your car insurance company? Geico, 1-800-947-AUTO.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
We're set to go as Nick Green winds up, and the first pitch of our baseball game is hit into left field by Josh Anderson for a base hit. First pitch coming at 7-11, and first base hit also comes at 7-11. As Anderson, who was the Texas League All-Star Game MVP, finds a solid single to left. Anderson leads the league with 115 safeties after that base hit. He also is the league leader with 29 steals, so already Nick Green finds himself in possibly a little bit of trouble. This Hooks team can swing it. They had 281 as a team leading the league. And Jorge Cortez at the plate, batting .323, third highest average. Left-hand batter, and he swings and fouls one away from Green, strike one. Cortez two of the longest, actually the two longest on-base and batting streaks this year. Had a hitting streak snapped at 27 games on July 2nd, and it reached base 55 games in a row until July 7th. The pitch is slowly grounded on the right side, way off the bag. Matt Pauley flips to second for the out. Wood's relay throw airmailed over the pitcher. Green covering from the mound. Wood's throw was way off line and also a little too high as it bounced into the box seats and then quickly back onto the field. Since the baseball goes out of play, Cortez will reach second base on Wood's 22nd error of the year. Call it a fielder's choice at second base. It'll be 3-6 on the out. An accurate throw may have gotten Cortez, but we'll never know. And he reaches second on the air. Pretty eventful inning so far. Green has only thrown 3 pitches, and he's already allowed a base hit. And there's a man at second. We've had our first error of the day. Now the batter, Hunter Pence. Pence, second in the league with 65 RBI. Pitch on the way. It's a curve from Green, and it's in there for strike one. Pence, big right-hand batter with an open stance and always takes a big cut. Had a lot of success against the Travelers. The 0-1. Green's fastball a little low, 1 ball, 1 strike. Pence's season numbers, 292, 20 homers, 65 RBIs. Break it down against how he's done against the Travelers. He's hit 6 homers, driving in 15 in 11 games. Green checking Cortez at second. Now the 1-1. Slider swung on and tipped. And it is strike two. Nick Green complements his high 80, low 90s fastball with a slider and a changeup. Changeup is a pitch he'll go to quite a bit, especially on 2 strikes with an aggressive batter such as Pence at the plate. Green starting to make a bit of a name for himself in the Angels system. He has been overlooked as a prospect, but getting up to Double-A this year in just his 3rd season, still has age on his side at 21 years old. Green is starting to get some notice. 35th round draft pick in 2004. Now Green's 1-2 to Pence. Fastball fouled back into the net. Still a 1-2 count. Last couple of years, Green has shuttled between the bullpen and starting rotations at Provo and Cedar Rapids, and then was a full-time starter at Rancho Cucamonga when he started this year at a high single-A, posting 5 wins and 3 losses, including a 9-inning complete game win. Here's the high set, and the 1-2 to Pence is a slider in the dirt. He laid off. Nice block by Bobby Wilson. Ball rolls in front of the plate, and holding it second is Cortez. One away in the top of the first inning, and the Hooks have a chance to take the lead. Cortez reaching first on the fielder's choice and the ensuing throwing error by Brandon Wood, giving Pence an opportunity. I mentioned Pence looks like a power hitter. 6'4", 220 pounds. 2-2 pitch. Fastball running inside on the big right-hand batter. The count goes full. On deck is J.R. House. League's leading hitter enters today at 333. Green doesn't usually walk too many batters, but you can't be too careful against Pence on occasion. Now the payoff pitch. Fastball fouled into the seats along the first base side. That went into the general admission section. The green painted seat made of wood just in that second level. That ball was traveling at quite a clip as it went in there into those seats. Everybody seems to be all right. And Green already leaning into the sign. Another thing about Green, he'll work fast. Cortez could lead the pitch. Fastball popped him up, but that'll get on top of the roof. And it does, right to the right side of the broadcast booth. Still 3-2 on Pence. Pence 6 for his last 12 on a 3-game hitting streak. Hasn't been that long. His average has been under 300. He was in the mid-300s for most of the first half. 3-2. Chopper towards short. Picked up by Brandon Wood. Flips on the way to third base. They've got Cortez caught in a rundown. Brown flips it to Rodlin. Rodlin running him back to third base. Flips to Wood. He tags him out. Coming in behind the plate, Pence gets to second. Ball was exchanged quite a bit between Wood, Brown, and Rodlin on that rundown. Cortez seemed to get caught in between his decision whether or not he wanted to try to advance on that chopper that was hit in front of him. But once he hesitated, Wood noticed the hesitation and then decided to go to get the lead runner. That play will go 6-5-4-6 with Wood getting the putout and an assist. Pence gets to second base on what is called a fielder's choice. And here's J.R. House, runner at second, 2 outs. The pitch. Slider, low ball 1. With the extra exchange on that rundown, that's why Pence had the chance to come in behind the play. That's still a heads-up job by Wood. He had a chance to get that out. House, 333 hitter, 9 homers, 61 runs batted in, very seasoned professional batter. Here's a 1-0 from Green. And it's hit deep to left field by House. He got all of that ball. It's going to go off the wall as Pence scores from second base. House is held to a single. Ball played very nicely by Nathan Haynes off the left field wall. So the Hooks grab a 1-0 lead on J.R. House's 2-out single. That was a very solid line drive. Hit deep over Haynes' head. He had no chance at that play. Well, Green with a bit of a mistake pitch on 1-0. Can't give House too many good pitches to handle. Here's a former batting champion from low single A. Now Big Walter Young steps in for the Hooks. Left-hand batter with power, and he hits a hard grounder. Foul outside first. Very close there. John Camargo Jr., the first base coach of the Hooks, signaled he thought it was fair before the opinion that mattered came from base umpire Aaron Banks. No argument on the play, but Young very slowly walks back to the batter circle where he left his white ash bat. We call him Big Walter Young because he's exactly that. He is listed at 6'5", 295 pounds. He may be pushing a little bit over 3 bills, but he is every bit. That's 6'5". He's one of the biggest and most imposing figures we've seen at the plate this year. The 0-1. Fastball broken, back chopper to first. Nice play by Paulie on a bad hop. Flips to Green for the out at first. And a nice job by Green to get in the kitchen of Big Walter Young. The Hooks, however, get 1 run on 2 base hits. There was 1 Traver error and a man stranded. So the Hooks grab the lead in the first. 1-0. And the Travelers coming up after this break on Air America Little Rock 1380 KDXE.
In 1998, New York City Marathon runner German Silva made a huge mistake. 1/2 mile from the finish line, he took a wrong turn. When he heard yells from the crowd and saw the looks on their faces, he realized his mistake. He immediately turned around, but the error cost him a crucial 15 seconds. His only hope for winning now was to sprint to make up for lost distance. Did he have the energy? Could he do it? He later said, too much work had gone into this race. I had to fight it out. He was able to make up the lost distance and finish first in his division, but only because he refused to allow a wrong turn to knock him out of his quest for the prize. I'm Mark Essen, pastor of the church at Rock Creek. You know, there are times in life when we make a wrong turn, but when we discover that it was a wrong turn, the wise person changes direction.
Cotton candy here. Get your cotton.
Any peanuts? No. Hot dog?
Slushy. Nada.
Camel corn?
No.
Can I get something other than cotton candy?
Pink of blue, mister. Pink of blue.
Variety is a good thing, especially when it comes to orthopedic services. That's why Baptist Health in Ortho, Arkansas provides the most comprehensive orthopedic care the state has to offer, from outpatient procedures to rehabilitation and prevention. To reach a specialist or for more information, call Baptist Health Helpline at 227-8478 and get back to the things you love.
Actually, I do have peanuts.
Really?
Nah, just kidding.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Back at the yard at Raywinder Field, the Travelers fall behind 1-0 as the Hooks get a run in the top of the first on J.R. House's RBI single. Heads-up base running by Hunter Pence on the Traveler rundown, catching Cortez between second and third. Pence coming into second behind the play. Gave him the opportunity to score on that single. So the Hooks lead and hand that lead to Ronnie Martinez in his Double-A debut. Martinez, as mentioned earlier, is in his 5th professional season, 4th in the United States. Standing 5'11", his first pitch of the night to Nathan Haynes is swung on and missed for strike one. Martinez picks up 36 wins in his first 4 seasons. Against his 10 losses, pitch to Haynes is swung on and missed, and it appears already that Martinez displays a pretty hard fastball. 0-2 in the Traveler left fielder. First time I've seen Haynes start in left field since he was a Trav in 2001. Here's the 0-2 pitch. He fouled it straight back on a high fastball, and it's still 0-2. Haynes hitless his last couple of games, 0 for 7, with 4 strikeouts in the last 2 nights, both losses. Left-hand batter with Bacon on deck. Brandon Wood will hit third. 0-2, off-speed fouled back, and Martinez with a pretty nice-looking off-speed pitch. Now, that thing came in very slowly, and he would add some downward motion to it. Still 0-2 on Haynes, batting .276 for the Trav. Here it is, and the fastball missing high. Ball 1. Martinez was 3-4 at single-A Salem in the Carolina League with just a .204 earned run average. A 1-2 pitch, and Haynes strikes out swinging on a high fastball. A lot of high heat in the first at-bat from Ronnie Martinez as he registers his first Double-A strikeout against the first batter he faces here. Martinez didn't have big-time strikeout totals in the Carolina League, 39 strikeouts in 53 innings, but he walked his 14 and allowed a .263 average, 51 hits in 53 innings. Well, it's the ERA is what really stands out, 2.04. Here's Dwayne Bacon getting the start in center tonight. First pitch high, ball 1. Switch-hitting center fielder bats left-handed. Just the second start for Bacon in a week. Well, he's had a base hit in each of his last 6 games played. Here's a 1-0. Fastball is a strike right down the middle, 1-1. Bacon played Wednesday in the loss to the San Antonio Mission, so he had a pretty decent game at the plate. 1-1. Fastball missing high, 2 balls and a strike. Bacon had 3 plate appearances Wednesday, dropped a bunt single, stole second, went to third on a pass ball, and scored on a pass ball. Here's a 2-1. Check swing on a high fastball. They appeal to third, and Stein makes the 5th. Strike 2 on Bacon, 2-2. He's going to have a stack bunch. We had a perfect game of sorts, reaching. He's doing something positive with all of his plate appearances on Wednesday, but still, Dwayne not finding his name in the lineup card much anymore. 2-2. Swing and a miss, and Martinez has struck out the first 2 batters of the game. Both Haynes and Bacon go down swinging. The 71st time Bacon has struck out this year in 75 games. And now Brandon Wood will stand in for the Travelers. Wood enters today with a .291 batting average. Team leading numbers in homers and RBIs, 19 and 61. And a pitch on the way. Swung on and fouled back off the chicken mesh. Strike one. Wood, yesterday, an odd game, had a double in his first at-bat, then walked in his final 3 plate appearances, scoring 2 runs. Here's the 0-1 for Martinez. A slider under Wood's knees for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Wood scored in the 9th inning yesterday. Into the Travs within 1 run after walking. A 1-1 pitch. Bringing a ground ball. It is fair, just past third base down the line. Wood will make the turn at first, chug into second. Cortez wheels and fires. The tag, not in time. Wood just gets his left foot sliding into the base before Ash, the second baseman, reached with the ball behind and put the tag down on Wood's left knee just a little too late. League-leading 34th double by Brandon Wood, and the Travis have a chance to tie the game in the first inning. I tell you, Wood did not hit the ball very hard. Martinez got on the fifth, but Brandon still had the strength in his forearms to pull it through that little gap between the third baseman and the third base line. Saccomanno almost there to make the play, but it skipped over his glove. So Matt Brown has a chance to tie it up with a base hit, and Brown is as hot as they come right now. 8-game hitting streak for the Travelers' third baseman with 7 RBIs during the stretch. Right-hand batter. Martinez into the stretch for the first time. His pitch is a fastball for strike 1 at the knee. We've seen almost nothing but fastballs from Martinez, maybe a couple of changeups and a slider, but for the most part here in the opening inning, Ronnie Martinez is showing the Travs his gas. Looking at Wood, Martinez pitch now to Brown is outside. A ball and a strike. Matt, after the 8-game hitting streak, is now hitting .307. He has recorded the 9th highest average in the league, along with 11 homers. Brownie's driven in 48. And has had some success against the Hooks. 1-1 pitch is a slider down low, ball 2, 2-1. Brown batting .298 against Corpus Christi, but driven in 6 runs in 11 games against the Hooks. 1-0, the Hooks lead. They got a 2-out RBI single from their cleanup hitter House in the top half. Trav's looking for the same thing here in the bottom half. Martinez a high set. Wood at second. The pitch to Brown. Slider low and outside. Ball 3. 3-1. Terry Evans is on deck. Getting the start in right field tonight. We've seen Evans playing center field in 6 of 7 games, DHing once. Perhaps he'll get a chance to tie the game if Martinez puts Brown aboard. 3-1 pitch. Brown swings at the high fly ball to deep left field. Cortez ranging at the warning track. He will leap. It is off the Wendy's sign. And that scores Wood for the tying run. Brown is coasting around second. He thought he had a homer. Here's a throw to third. He is out, and the inning is over. Brown thought he had a home run. Did not see the ball hit off the Wendy's billboard in left field. As he coasted around second, he then realized he was going to get thrown out unless he poked a little harder. But instead of retreating to second, Brown tries to go to third base, and he is thrown out 7-5. But Brown's double ties the game, 1 apiece. Travelers get 1 run on 2 hits, and nobody left going into the top of the second. A 1-1 ball game on Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDXE.
Did you know that more than 250 Arkansans are currently awaiting an organ transplant? And did you know that every 16 minutes, a new name is added to the organ transplant waiting list? You can help to reduce these numbers by registering to become an organ donor. Call the Arkansas Regional Organ Recovery Agency at 866-660-5433 or visit the Aurora website at www.arora.org to learn more. Become an organ donor. Give hope. In today's busy world, who has time for questions? Where to go, how to get there, what to eat? With over 30 locations in Central, North Central, and Northeast Arkansas, Double B's has the answers. Double B's makes it easy to stop in and get on with your day, wherever you are. Start your day with Double B's Coffee Cafe. Gourmet coffee, better than most coffee houses. Grab lunch on the go with delicious selections from Quiznos, Pizza Pro, Baskin Robbins, Chester's Fried Chicken, or Subway. Clean your auto with a car wash. And all Double B's locations feature pay-at-the-pump technology, so you're back on the road in no time. Make the most of your time and stop worrying about life's little questions. We've got the answers at Double B's.
of originality, Dr. Pepper. True individuality, Dr. Pepper. Do what you do, your moment has come. You're not like anyone. Nothing better, Dr. Pepper.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Each team gets a run of the first inning on RBIs from their cleanup batters. We'll go to the top of the second with Josh Bonifay leading off. Takes the pitch inside from Nick Green for ball one. Right-hand batting Bonifay is ready, and the 1-0 pitch is hit hard up the middle, but Brandon Wood there for that hard grounder. He's up with it, and over to first for the out. One away on the second pitch of the inning from Green, bringing up Johnny Ash. The final out of the bottom of the first inning, by the way, is recorded 6-5 at third base with a shortstop, Wade Robinson, going all the way out into left field to pick up the deflection from the Wendy's billboard where Matt Brown's drive ricocheted off. And it was Robinson that threw Brown out for the last out of the inning. Here's Ash. Hard line drive back to the mound. Green deflects it. It falls in front of him. He recovers, picks it up, and quickly gets the out at first. 1-3. 2 quick outs for Green. And good reaction on that hard liner by Ash. It'll be Mark Saccomanno coming up. You know, the Hooks here in the second inning have no base runners yet. They've hit the ball hard twice. Wood and Green there for the plays. Saccomanno standing in. Right-hand batting third baseman for the Hooks. And the pitch is up high for ball one. Saccomanno batting just 198. 6 homers and 21 runs batted in. And the 1-0 from Nick Green is a fastball for strike one. A lot of early strikes usually from Green, though he has had some games where his command hasn't been all there. There's a slider, beautiful pitch, late break, and it's on the inside corner, strike two. Green so far looks like he's got decent control. There's the 1-2 to Saccomanno. Popped up, shallow left. Wood out from short. Haynes drifting in left field. Haynes is there already. And Nathan makes the catch. Down go the Hooks. 1-2-3 in the second. Nick Green throws just 7 pitches for 3 outs. That'll take us to the bottom of inning number 2. Corpus Christi 1 and Arkansas 1. This is Traveler Baseball on Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDXE.
The romance begins at Cupid. Choose from Central Arkansas's largest selection of apparel and lingerie in every size, style, and color. And don't forget the wide selection of menswear, toys, massage oil, and lotion. Cupid's Lingerie and more. 2585 Donahue Street in the Townsend Plaza, Conway. 65th and Scott Hamilton, and 9700 North Rodney Perelman in Little Rock, plus 3360 Central Avenue in Hot Springs. Just look for the purple neon hearts, and you'll know you're in the right place. Cupid's Lingerie and more.
Hey, fans, it's easy to get discount tickets to Trans games all year thanks to Ready Ice. Arkansas's #1 ice company, Ready Ice presents Ready Ice Wednesdays at Ray Wonder Field. Just pick up a discount coupon for any Wednesday Trans home game anywhere Ready Ice is sold, like most Shell and Exxon gas stations. Bring the coupons to the Trans box office for a $3 general admission tickets to any Wednesday home game. That's Ready Ice Wednesdays at Ray Wonder Field all season long. Thanks to Arkansas's #1 ice company, Ready Ice.
Emergency hotline, can I help you?
Yes, I need help.
All right, sir, what's the problem?
I can't taste my beer. I feel it in my mouth, but there's no taste.
Okay, sir, this is what I want you to do. Put the bottle down and step away from the beer.
Okay.
Walk straight to the corner store and pick up a 6-pack of Miller Lite.
Okay.
Don't worry, it's going to be all right.
Next time, try the light beer that actually tastes like beer. Great tasting, less selling Miller Lite. Miller, good call. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Bottom of the second now at Ray Winder Field as the Travelers quickly come back to the plate after Nick Green had an extremely easy top of the second, throwing only 7 pitches for 3 outs. I'm Phil Elson, and thanks for tuning in tonight to Traveler Baseball. Travelers will host the Hooks again tomorrow with a special 6:30 doubleheader. Airtime will be 6:10 here on Air America Little Rock 1380. 5, 6, and 7 hitters in the second for the Travs. Harry Evans will lead off against Ronnie Martinez. Evans yesterday smacked a line drive double in the 9th inning, bringing home The Trav's final run as the first pitch to Evans is fouled on the ground for a strike. Terry represented the winning run and was stranded at second base in the 7-6 loss yesterday. Evans had hits in his last 3 at-bats, finishing 3 for 5. And had an outstanding series against San Antonio. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And it's way outside on a Martinez slider. 1 ball, 1 strike. This is Terry's 8th game as a Traveler. He's had a hit in 6 of 7. 11 for 29 with 4 home runs. For the 1-1. In the dirt, ball 2. 2 balls and a strike on Evans. Evans has already played against Corpus Christi, though that was as a Springfield Cardinal. Didn't have any success at all against the Hooks. In fact, they had knocked him down. He was 0 for 8 with 5 strikeouts. The 2-1 from Martinez is tight, 3-1. Greg Porter is on deck, then Bobby Wilson as the Travs look to break the 1-1 tie in the second inning. And Martinez falling behind 3-1. The windup of the pitch. Chopper to third base. Through Saccomanno trying to more or less olay the ball, and he could not come up with it cleanly. Evans reaches to start the second inning. An error charged to Saccomanno, the third baseman, with his 13th error of the year. Almost seemed as if he did not want to get in front of that ball. Evans hit it pretty hard. And just as the old line from Major League, more or less an ole. So Evans reaches, and Greg Porter will stand in against Martinez. Porter sat out last night, getting a day off, and the pitch on the way. Solid liner into right, a base hit. Evans had to duck underneath that line drive, and he'll hold it second as Pence goes off that arm with a perfect one-hop throw to third base. So first and second for the Travelers on Porter's single. Porter entered the game batting .285. And now here's the Travs' leading hitter, Bobby Wilson. Wilson chipped in with RBIs in his last 2 at-bats last night. And he was intentionally walked following Wilson's double to load the bases and set up Matt Pauley for his chance to win the game. Wilson is hitting the ball very well. He was 5 for 16 against the San Antonio Mission. The Hooks are thinking that Wilson will bunt the runners up. Corners are ready to charge in. Young in front of Porter. Evans leading from second with Robinson right on his tail. A pickoff play at second with no throw, and it looked like Wilson gave away his idea. He was squaring around. Nobody out. 2 men on. Travelers 1, Hooks 1, and the pitch on the way. Wilson will take it in the dirt on a check swing. And Banks, the first base umpire, says he does not go around. So that time Wilson did not square around and even thought about swinging at that pitch. Martinez so far, after striking out the first 2 batters he faced in the first inning, he's allowed the last 4 men to reach. Wilson hitting .316, and on the 1-0, he pops it into shallow left. Can of corn for Cortez drifting in, calling off Robinson. Cortez makes the catch. Robinson apparently didn't hear him calling him off because he kept going out there through short. Wilson unable to move the runners up as he pops out for the first out of inning number 2. Coming up next, Matt Pauley. It was the final out in last night's game. Pauley had delivered an RBI single in an 8th inning at-bat. Came up to the plate with the bases loaded in a situation where a base hit would have won the game for the Travs. Went after the first pitch and managed a shallow pop to left. Bill Pauley hit pretty well in the series against San Antonio. First pitch on the way, and it's a fastball missing inside to the left-hand hitter, ball 1. Pauley was 4 for 12 in the series against San Antonio. 3 of the hits coming in Monday's victory, and that included his 8th home run as a Traveler. At second base, Evans, Porter at first, 1 out, and the 1-0 pitch to Pauley is flat foul, strike 1, popped up over the bleachers. Ball and a strike on the Traveler first baseman, Pauley. Pauley's average is quite low at just .229. He's hit 8 homers, driven in 28. Paulie does have decent run production, even with that average being as low as it is. Martinez checking on Evans. Still takes a big lead. Evans on the move to pitch high. House is sort of third base on the money, and Evans caught stealing. Porter comes in to second behind the play. That's just the third time Evans has been caught stealing this year. And it's J.R. House, who has really not had much success throwing runners out this year, with a 22nd runner that he throws out in his 104th chance. And it looked like Evans got a late break. Travelers had men at first and second and nobody out. Now there's only one man on at second and 2 out. Count is 2-1 on Paulie, and it's Porter, the only runner on base now, and he's a second leading away. The Martinez pitch. Paulie, it's a little nubber slow to third, coming on Saccomanno to field it. His throw on to first. Paulie beats it. Porter holding it third on the second single of the inning. Saccomanno charged the ball just for a couple of steps. Then he waited for the ball to come to him, which cost him the out, and Paulie reaches on the Travelers' 4th base hit. So Eric Rodlin now gets the opportunity to bring home the go-ahead run. And Rodlin just finished a tough series against San Antonio, going 2 for 13. But against Corpus Christi, Rodlin hits better than any Traveler. He's a .393 batter against the hook, driving in 6 runs. Trav's number 9 batter hits with runners at first and third and 2 outs. Martinez comes set, and the young right-hander first pitch. High and away, ball 1. Rodlin batting .286 with 3 homers and 31 runs batted in. Left-hand batter from Snohomish, Washington, looking to get the Travs the lead in the second inning. Paulie, a very short lead at first. Young there to hold. The pitch. Tails outside, ball 2. Porter looking pretty aggressive from third base. He keeps coming in on the pitches from Martinez, just in case there's a wild pitch, but Martinez has not thrown a wild pitch this year. In 55 innings at single A, not a single wild one. 2-0 to Rodlin. Swing and a miss on the slider, strike 1. Each team got a 2-out RBI hit from their cleanup batter in the first. Matt Brown for the Travs, J.R. House for the Hook. And now the Travelers look for their number 9 batter for the go-ahead hit in the second. The 2-1. Rodlin is swinging a pop-up on the left side of the infield. Foul territory. Saccomanno at third base comes in halfway. He makes the catch, and the inning is over. Travelers were set up for a big inning. First and second, no outs. They managed no runs on 2 hits. 1 error and 2 men left. The Hooks and the Travelers tied 1-1. We'll go to the third on Air America Little Rock 1380 KDXE.
I'm definitely not going back to my old razor. I'm going to stick with M3 Power.
Check out what guys are saying about M3 Power, the first micro-power shaving system from Gillette.
I'm in shock right now. It's fantastic.
I feel like I'm getting a massage with this razor.
Wow, this is something new. I like this. I feel like I'm not even shaving, really, with the M3 Power.
From Israel. And Israel played into the...
Your world is suddenly changing for the better, all because 2 great companies that you know and trust, have now joined forces to deliver the world that matters most. Yours.
It's directed at us in removing options.
Back to Raymond Field as we go to the top of the third, and the Travelers and the Hooks tied 1-1. I'd like to thank our sponsors for tonight's giveaway at the ballpark. Coca-Cola and Fox 16 supplying the first 1,000 paid adults with a free Travelers tailgate stool. Wade Robinson leads off the third, shows bunt, bunts it foul hard down the third base line. Matt Brown there to barehand it a couple of inches in foul territory for strike one on Wade Robinson. Robinson now the starting shortstop for the Hooks. After the trade involving Houston and Tampa Bay, where the Hooks lost their shortstop Ben Zobrist to the Devil Rays, and the 0-1 to Robinson. Green missing high, 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 tie here at the top of the third inning. Robinson already at his third level with the Astros this year in the 1-1 pitch. Swung on a high fly ball right field. Evans waiting. Well in front of the warning track, Terry makes the one-hand catch for the out. Green is now sent down 5 in a row. The off-man is gone on the third. Now we'll get to the top of the order for the Corpus Christi center fielder, Josh Anderson. Anderson, the only one of the position players for the Hooks who is in the 40-man roster for the Astros. Second-year Texas League veteran, and a pitch on the way. Low for a ball, 1-0. Anderson at a single in the first. He would get thrown out at second on a fielder's choice. Very steady player. Leaning back, the left-hander wings. And the 1-0 is slowly rolled to short. Charging Wood, gloves, and throws on the run and gets the out. 2 away. No margin for error with Anderson coming out of that batter's box as well as he runs. And especially on the thick infield turf at Ray Winder. That'll kill even a hard ground ball and slow grounders. They're going at a turtle's pace. 2 quick outs. Green threw only 7 pitches to retire the side on the second. He's so far thrown 5 here in the third. Jorge Cortez stepping inside the batter's box. Left-hand left fielder. Reach on the fielder's choice in the first inning. And the pitch. Green missing outside. Ball 1. 1-1 tie here at the top of the third. Each team scoring in the first inning on an RBI from the cleanup man. The 1-0 down low. A slider from Green. Ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes on Cortez. Cortez, not named an All-Star, though he certainly has had an All-Star caliber season in his first year as an Astros farmhand after spending the last 7 years in the Pirates organization. Here's a 2-0 pitch. Cortez takes a strike at the knees, and it's 2-1. Cortez can play first base and the outfield. He's mostly been in left field this year. Stands 6 feet tall, weighs 180. He's from Barranquilla, Colombia. Pitch is grounded to second base, and Rodlin right there to field it and flip it, and Nick Green has thrown 2 consecutive purpose innings. Down go the Hooks in order for the third, sending us to the Trab half of the third inning, and it's a 1-1 score with the Hooks and the Trabs on Air America Little Rock 1380 KDXE.
From the hilltops of Atlanta to the California sand. Come on, one day across the nation, yeah. I'm a burrito in every time.
Most Burritos, 2834 North Hills Boulevard in North Little Rock by Kroger's at North Hills and McCain. Go your own way with National Car Rental. Take a one-tank trip and discover Arkansas. National's great weekend special is just what you need for a trip to the Ozarks. Or get your friends together and rent a minivan to historic Eureka Springs. National offers a wide choice of sizes and styles, from luxury cars to vans and sport utility vehicles. Unlimited mileage rates are available. National Car Rental has 2 convenient locations, Little Rock Airport and North Little Rock at 3919 Park Avenue. See National Car Rental's ad in the yellow pages. Go your own way with National Car Rental.
1, 2, 3.
We're at the supermarket checking out shopping lists.
Oh, here's mine.
Let's see. Milk, cheese, yogurt, ding, ding, ding.
Oh, do I win?
Well, actually, you probably lose.
What?
Lose inches.
Oh.
These studies show that people following a proper reduced-calorie diet that included 3 servings of milk, cheese, or yogurt every day had better weight loss results and trimmed more from their waistline than if they just cut calories alone. So eat 3 cool, creamy servings of milk, cheese, or yogurt a day.
Wow, I consider that a win.
Have you had your 3 today?
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Into the bottom of the third on a steamy July evening at Raywinder Field in Little Rock. Phil Elson with you as the Travelers host the Corpus Christi Hooks. Game one of a three-game series with a double dip tomorrow to finish it off. No game on Sunday or Monday. The Travs get a two-game break before going out to Tulsa. Start off a 10-game road trip to the Drillers and Springfield. Nathan Haynes, leadoff batter of the third, a wave and a miss with a changeup from Ronnie Martinez, who struck Haynes out on the first. And fifth strikeout of Haynes in his last 8 at-bats. Here's the right-hander's 0-1 pitch, and Haynes fouls it back at strike 2. Martinez has faced 9 hitters, and all we've seen from him is a decent fastball. He likes to throw it up in the strike zone or a little bit above the strike zone. Off speed in the slider, and he'll throw spottingly. 0-2 to Haynes, very high with a fastball. Haynes followed by Dwayne Bacon and Brandon Wood. Travelers with 4 hits the first time through the order against Martinez and one man reaching on an error. A 1-2. Haynes takes strike 3 on the inside corner. Martinez catches Haynes looking for his third strikeout of the night. So Haynes out on strikes to start the frame, bringing Dwayne Bacon up. Bacon also struck out of the first, swinging at a high fastball. 211 hitter with 5 homers and 26 RBIs. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike on a hanging slider from Martinez. 0-1. Third baseman Saccomanno at the cut of the grass, 1 foot. And the 0-1 to Bacon. Just a little bit low on Martinez's fastball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Martinez in a situation we probably would have seen Mitch Talbot pitch yesterday for the Hooks. Pitch to Bacon, low ball 2, 2-1. Talbot instead traded to the Devil Rays. Chance Douglas pitched on a day short rest, and that'll be the same situation tomorrow as the Hooks send Josh Miller on 3 days rest. 2-1 to Bacon, cut and a miss. He was very late on the fastball. It's 2-2. Juan Gutierrez also on the disabled list at the moment for the Astros, for the Hooks. And so we don't see Gutierrez in the series. 2-2. Haynes a pop-up on the infield on the left side. Between the lines, fair territory. Robinson, the shortstop, will make the catch right next to his third baseman, Saccomanno, and there's 2 outs. Bacon 0 for 2, and now Brandon Wood will come up for the Travs. Wood with something like a seeing-eye double in the first inning, pulling a chopper inside the third base line. Wood, however, would come around to score on the Brown double to tie the game. Here's a pitch. Swinging a high fly deep to left field, but hooking foul. Goes into the North Point Volvo patio area in the little corner next to the Hamburger Helper glove. And it's 0-1 on Brandon Wood. Wood now with 34 doubles to lead the Texas League. And the 0-1, here's a fastball missing low. 1 ball, 1 strike to Wood. The 1-1 pitch, a slider in the dirt, ball 2. Those doubles for Wood also ranking him in a tie for third in minor league baseball. The 2-1 pitch is in there for strike 2. Off speed with a little breaking quality to it. That evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs, nobody on base for Wood. And the Martinez pitch. Slider inside. Just barely missed the corner for ball 3. Martinez did not issue many walks at single A, just 14 in 53 innings. Hasn't walked anybody yet. And over the head windup and a payoff to Wood. Takes ball 4 on a slider outside. And a 2-out base runner for the Travelers as Wood accepts his 48th walk of the year. Vinny? Interesting game already for Matt Brown. Part of the rundown. They got the Travelers an out in the top of the first. And then hit the game-tying double off the left field wall in the first inning. But it looked like Brown thought he had a homered as he coasted around second. He was thrown out at third base by the shortstop Robinson, who went all the way out to left field to pick up the ricochet. Wood taking an aggressive lead. Throw to first, and he dives back just ahead of Young's tag. I mentioned that how aggressive Wood looks at first base right now. He represents the go-ahead run. Brandon usually picking his spots to steal for when it matters most. He has been caught only once in 15 attempts. J.R. House, the catcher, throwing out only a little over 21% of the runners. Pitch to Brown is a fastball on the outside half, 0-1. It's interesting with House's struggles throwing to bases this year that he was once one of the top-rated high school quarterbacks in the country in West Virginia. Throw to first again, Wood diving back. House has a football scholarship offer to WVU. He's going to be the starting quarterback for the Mountaineers, but instead took a signing bonus from the Pirates to play baseball. And has since suffered some elbow problems, forcing him to miss most of the last 2 years. The 0-1 to Brown is outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. So House doesn't quite get much dip on the baseball when he throws, but he's already pegged a man today, catching Terry Evans stealing at third base. Last inning. Wood takes a 2-out double. It's 1-1 on Brown. Matt now in a 9-game hitting streak with 8 RBIs. And the pitch, a pitch out. Wood holding on ball 2. Brown now with 49 runs batted in on the year and 28 doubles. Now, guys, he came close to a home run. Brown apparently thought he had met that ball solidly, which he did. Didn't quite get all of it. Back to first goes the throw for Martinez. Wood will walk back in this time. 14 steals for Brandon Wood, including one yesterday. And I'd say more often than not, Wood steals second on plays that aren't even close. He just seems to have a knack for knowing when to run. He's out to a good 4.5-step lead. The pitch to Brown. Fastball. Rick deep to left field. Back is Cortez over his head. Hits the fence. Cortez picks it up at the warning track. Wood is sent around third base. The throw is dropped from shortstop. Picked up by second. Ash's throw is not in time. Matt Brown's double makes it 2-1 Travelers. His second RBI double of the night, almost to the very same space. Tell you what, Wood would have had to bowl over a House at the plate if the shortstop Robinson cleanly fielded Cortez's throw from the left field warning track. Once it got through Robinson, Ash, the second baseman there to back it up, and he had lost all the time he needed to get the out at home. So Matt Brown is 2 for 2 with 2 doubles and both RBIs, and the Travs take the lead in the third inning. And now Brown is second for Terry Evans. Evans reached on an error by the third baseman Saccomanno in the second, though Terry did hit the ball very hard. Martinez behind for the first time tonight. Checks on Brown, now delivers to Evans. And the slider is at the letters for strike 1. Evans with 29 runs batted in as a Traveler, as a Texas Leaguer. He's driven in 9 as a Trav. One of the top RBI men in all of minor league baseball. The 0-1. Swing and a miss on the slider from Martinez, and he quickly gets ahead of Evans. 0-2. Evans ranking in a tie for 4th in all of minor league baseball with 74 runs batted in. Minor league leader is a Diamondbacks prospect playing at AA Tennessee, Mark Reynolds, with 81 RBIs. An RBI would tie Evans for 3rd in the minors. Here's the 0-2. In the dirt, ball 1, and nicely dug out by House. Travelers take the lead here in the third inning. A little 2-out lightning with Wood taking a walk and Brown pounding a double. So both Wood and Brown now have had 2-out lightning twice. Wood a double, followed by Brown's double in the first. Evans waiting, locking his elbows, choking up, open stance. Brown very shifty at second, forcing Martinez off the rubber. Martinez at the high set. And the pitch to Evans. He swings and misses and strikes out on a slider. The third inning complete, but the Travelers take the lead with a run on one hit. Matt Brown has both RBIs. And the Travelers take a 2-1 lead into the top of the fourth on Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDXE.
What if there were no bad drivers? What if everyone always followed the speed limit? What if 10-car pileups didn't exist? In a world like that, we'd all be better off. It's why Allstate is introducing 2 incentives to drive safe. For every 6 months you don't have an accident, you'll get cash off your renewal bill with a safe driving bonus. And for every year of safe driving, you'll get $100 off your deductible with deductible rewards. Another year, another $100 off, up to $500. But it's not just about saving money. Safe driving also saves lives. It's time to make the world a better place to drive. That's Allstate stands. Are you in good hands?
Get Allstate Your Choice Auto Insurance today. Call a local Allstate agent or 1-800-ALLSTATE. You can get $100 off your deductible the day you sign up. Features are optional and subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Deductible awards apply to collision coverage. Patent pending. Allstate Property and Casualty Insurance Company and Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company, Northbrook, Illinois.
Stone Lake Golf Course is one of Central Arkansas's hidden sports gems. Located just 1 mile off I-440 on Faulkner Lake Road. Stone Lake features a unique link-style course and some of the most reasonable green speeds around, complete with driving range plus chipping and putting greens and a full-range snack bar. Stone Lake has everything a good duffer needs. Check out a hole-by-hole description on stonelake.net or call 945-0945 for Stone Lake.
We are Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDXE, North Little Rock.
3 innings in the Big Bash scorebook going out of the top of the fourth. It's the Travelers 2 and the Corpus Christi Hooks 1. Nick Green returns to the mound, working on a string of 7 consecutive outs. Hunter Pence will end that, hitting the first pitch down the left field line for a base hit. Haynes charges over, picks it up. Pence wants a double. He'll get in there, beating the throw. Sliding in there with his 20th double of the year, and the Hooks have the tying run at second with nobody out. So Pence, who had scored the Hooks run of the first, getting to second base in the first pitch of the fourth inning. Here are your totals, counting the Pence double. For the visiting Corpus Christi Hooks, 1 run on 3 hits, 1 error, stranding 1 man. Travelers have scored 2 runs on 5 hits with 1 error, and have left 3 men on base. Green has now allowed 3 hits in 3 innings. He has not striked out a batter, has not walked anybody. Batter is J.R. House, and the first pitch to the right-hander is hit high and deep to right field, a chance to get out. Evans back of the wall, and he makes the catch. Pence will tag and go to third with no play at the base. So House able to move the tying run to third base on his deep fly to right. Well, just 2 pitches and already a runner at third for the Hooks. Walter Young will stand in next for the Hooks. Travelers leading by a run. We'll see how Ty Boykin decides to play this. Travelers have been swinging the bat pretty well recently and have collected a couple of runs on 5 hits in their first 3 chances. Boykin directs the infield to play back for Young, and they play him to pull. Here's a pitch to Young. Swinging a line drive, a base hit into right field. That'll tie the game. Pence coming home on Young's 35th RBI. And you can see what the Hooks are doing here. There's the 3rd consecutive batter to swing at the first pitch. They don't let Green get really deep into the count at all. We've seen that kind of an approach for the Hooks all throughout this ball game. They have been going after the first pitch quite a bit, figuring once Green gets deeper into the count, he can go to his secondary pitches, the slider and off speed. Makes him more successful. So Young, the base runner at first, a 2-2 time. Bonifay, the batter. And he takes the first pitch a little bit out the outside corner. Ball 1. Green got Bonifay to ground to short in the second. The ground ball to short here probably turns into a double play. Bonifay batting .266 with power, 13 homers. The pitch grounded to short, and Wood there. Shuffles to Roblin. That's an easy out. Relay to first. Rack him up for the inning-ending double play. 6-4-3 on the first double play of the evening. However, the Hooks tie the game with a run on 2 hits. They don't strand anybody. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth. A 2-2 tie with the Travs coming up against Hook right-hander Ronnie Martinez. That's after this commercial break on Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDXE.
Want to buy a new car? Take a dream vacation, remodel your home, or finance just about anything? You can use the equity in your home to make it happen. Right now, Arkansas Federal Credit Union has a home equity line of credit with a 4-month fixed rate as low as 4.5% annual percentage rate with absolutely no fees. Plus, it's easier than ever to access your home equity loan using Arkansas Federal's Visa Platinum credit card. No checks, no hassles. Apply online at afcu.org or call 982-1000.
Coca-Cola, this is Mitchell. My friend's brother is a molecular biologist, and he was saying the only way you could have gotten Coke Zero to taste like the regular Coke was to engineer it in space. I would not know. But think about the whole zero factor, like zero gravity. It makes perfect sense. Zero is for the 0 calories. Stop pretending that you don't engineer Coke Zero in space. Can you do that? I wish I could speculate on that, sir. The next launch. I just want the time for the next launch. Coca-Cola Zero. Real Coke taste. 0 calories.
For 30 seasons, Jim Elder was the radio voice of the Arkansas Travelers. Fans knew him as the human encyclopedia of sports knowledge from baseball to horse racing to football. Jim knew it all, but Jim Elder was about much more than sports. He also loved to help kids, and that's why his friends and family started the Jim Elder Good Sport Fund. The fund helps organizations that teach kids about life through sports, like Parks, RBI Baseball at Lamar Porter Field, the First Tee, Arkansas Sheriff's Youth Ranch, and kids clinics with the Arkansas Travelers. Jim Elder's legend will live on in Arkansas through the Jim Elder Good Sport Fund. See them online at jimelder.org.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Just one more day to catch the Travs before they go out on a long road trip. Doubleheader action tomorrow at Rawinder Field as the Travs host the Hooks in games 2 and 3 of this 3-game series. Outstanding giveaway tomorrow. In the 74th and final season of Rawinder Field, we've got a commemorative Rawinder Field ball cap for the first 1,000 paid adults tomorrow. And that's brought to you by the Arkansas Forestry Commission, Firewise, and KARK. Ball game starts 6:30, and the gates open 5:30. You want to get out here early for that giveaway. I think there's going to be a lot of people that want that commemorative Rawinder Field cap. Greg Porter starts off the fourth for the Travelers. This is a 2-2 tie. And the first pitch of the inning is a fastball from Ronnie Martinez on the inside corner, strike one. Travelers have swung the bat very well against Martinez. Mostly it's been Wood and Brown, but Porter had a base hit in the second. And the 1-0, he's out in front of a curve and swings and misses, strike two. Porter followed by Bobby Wilson and Matt Pauley in the home half of the fourth. Martinez delivers and backs Porter away with a fastball running inside. There's the windup and the pitch. Porter takes in the dirt. Martinez hands over the head, the pitch in the dirt again, and that is ball three. 3 balls, 2 strikes to count. Martinez has walked 1, striking out 4. 3-2. Line drive right to center, and Anderson 2 steps towards right field to make the catch. 1 away, and Porter hits it hard for the second time. Checking Texas League scores, Midland puts up 3 runs in the first against the Tulsa Drillers. Hounds lead at 3-0 in the third inning at Citibank Park. Wichita gets ahead early against Frisco with a run of the first. It's 1-0 Wranglers with Neil Musser on the mound in the third inning at Frisco. We'll see how the Rough Riders perform after winning by 17 yesterday against Tulsa. Wilson the batter, and a pitch is a strike for Martinez on the outside corner. Wilson popped up in the second, caught in left field. Here's the 0-1. Swinging a line drive to short, caught by Robinson for the second out. Another hard hit ball, and that ball had some hair on it coming off the bat of Bobby Wilson. Robinson, when he caught that ball, the thrust of the baseball really forced his arm further back than you would expect for somebody to make the catch. Two quick outs, bringing up Matt Pauley. Nobody on, two away in the pinch. Curveball outside, 1-0. Our one other game in the league at Springfield, where the Cardinals are without a base hit against Travis Chick in 3 innings. San Antonio gets a homer from Mike Wilson, and it's submissions one of the Cardinals, nothing in the 4th. Pitch popped out of play by Pauley, 1 ball, 1 strike. Reviewing where the Travelers sit in the standings, they're in a second-place tie in the North with Springfield. 10 wins and 11 losses, just a game behind Wichita. Tulsa still in the mix, just 3 games out. 1-1 to Pauley. Pop fly on the infield. Coming in behind second base, Robinson, the shortstop, is there to make the catch. And the Travelers go down in order for the first time tonight. That'll move us into the 5th. Travelers 2, Hooks 2. On Air America, Little Rock, 1380 KDXE.
My mother said, no daughter of mine is driving a truck. I'm an 18-wheeling, double-clutching lady truck driver. There's nothing else I'd rather be doing. BC powder is this trucker's best friend. My day starts at 4 a.m. and ends 12 hours later. Out here on the road, there's a million things that's happening at once. I take BC for stress headache, backache. I just can't pull over when my head's pounding. The reason I take BC is because it's fast and it works. I'm Carolyn from Asheboro, NC, and my pain reliever is BC.
Use direct. Ag Pro knows you're patient. You've had your eye on a certain green and yellow tractor for some time now. But here's a thought. Visit your local John Deere dealer for an innocent test drive. Sit in that yellow seat and feel that rugged quality. Then run the numbers. You may find you've underrated the value of a John Deere and overrated the value of patience. After all, nothing runs like a Deere. Test drive the John Deere of your choice today at Ag Pro Central, Arkansas, 10504 Maumelle Boulevard, North Little Rock.
Of all the days of the week, it seems that Mondays are everybody's least favorite day. Well, the Travs and the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette have a reason for baseball fans to look forward to Mondays. That's because Mondays are Democrat-Gazette family night here at the ballpark. You just pick up a copy of Monday's Democrat-Gazette, and you'll find a discount family ticket right there in the sports section. That's right. It's a coupon that admits the whole family for just $2 a person. Hey, Mondays don't sound so bad anymore.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
5th inning now at Rawinder Field with the lights coming on, taking effect. 2-2 tie with a hook second baseman Johnny Ash leading off the 5th. Nick Green will throw a first pitch up high for ball 1. Green has barely had a chance to break a sweat and has really only thrown 14 pitches the last 2 innings. And his 1-0 to Ash is high for ball 2. So far, only 38 pitches for Green through 4 innings. Now the 2-0 to Ash. There's a strike on the inside corner. Left-hand batting Ash. Entered today batting .318. Hit a hard liner back to the hill in the 2nd, and Green made the play. Here's a chopper to 2nd. Moving to his left is Rodlin. Fields the 3rd bounce and flips to Pauley for out number 1. 1 away, and Ash 0 for 2. And this will bring up Mark Saccomanno, the 3rd baseman for Corpus Christi. Hot night at the ballpark. And probably about 3,000 people on hand as Saccomanno stands in. Check swing, and he went around on the slider, which Green threw into the dirt. Strike 1. Bleachers are about, I'd say, 2/5 full. Nowhere near the rowdy point yet. The 0-1 from Green. Saccomanno hits a high drive to deep left. That'll send Haynes back. It is over his head, and it is gone, and the Hooks take the lead on Saccomanno's 7th home run of the year. Well, Saccomanno, who never gets cheated, goes after a high fastball, and Green gives up the go-ahead home run. The ball was gone from the word swing. 8th homer Nick has given up in 8 games. The home run has been a bit of a problem for Green. The thing is that he's given up 8 homers, 7 of them solo shots. Now it's Robinson the batter, and the pitch is inside, ball 1. Robinson flied out in the 3rd inning. And he is 1 for 3 as a member of the Hooks. Pitch on the way, and it's a broken bat chopper to 2nd. Charging on, Rodlin is there to field it, and a quick throw for out number 2. 2 outs. Robinson 0 for 2, and Josh Anderson standing in. Saccomanno with a 7th homer and 22nd RBI. It's a batter hitting under 200. It just puts the Hooks in front 3-2. A little bit of back and forth fair today. Hooks had a 1-0 lead after the first half inning. Travs led 2-1 after 3, but now the Hooks have scored in 2 consecutive frames. Anderson fouls one away down the left side, strike 1. Left-hand batting center fielder for the Hooks. Anderson has singled and grounded out to short. 3-2 Corpus Christi. Each team with 5 base hits. And the 0-1 on the way. Anderson swings and misses at the green fastball. No balls, 2 strikes. Hooks have now homered off of green 3 times this year, with Saccomanno hitting 2 of them as Nick throws one into the dirt for ball 1. Back on June 23rd, Green started at Corpus Christi, lasting 7 innings, giving up 3 runs on 7 hits. And a no decision. Pitch to Anderson. Soft ground ball to third. Way off the line. Brown. It straightens up and fires and gets the last out of the inning. Only 1 base runner for the Hooks in the 5th, but Saccomanno circles on the homer, giving the Hooks a 3-2 lead going into the last of the 5th inning. It's Traveler Baseball on Air America Little Rock 1380.
You know, to become the best barbecue restaurant in Little Rock, it takes dedicated people like us here at the Pig and Chick that are willing to wake up with the pigs to make sure that we bring home the best of the best in them hogs. Now, it's not the job for everyone, but you got to do what you got to do to make sure that every day is the best dang hog day ever. And here at the Pig and Chick, it's always the best. We cook our barbecues daily, making sure that it's lit, smoking good. Heck, we're known as the Great American Barbecue House here in Little Rock. We're also known around these parts as having the best dang catfish anywhere. So no matter what you're in the mood for, ribs, catfish, chicken, here at Pig and Chick, you'll always get the best meal in town. So come join us for lunch, dinner, or even let us cater your next event. Here at Pig and Chick, we take catering seriously, and we're going to make sure that your event is a huge success.
Pig in or pig out at Pig and Chick, located at 7824 JFK in Sherwood. Call us for takeout at 834-5456. And it's the same number for catering, 834-5456. Here at Pig and Chick, people start pigging out at 10:30 a.m. daily and don't stop till 9 p.m. Oh, by the way, did I mention the cafe?
Emergency hotline, can I help you?
Yes, I need help.
All right, sir, what's the problem?
I can't taste my beer. I feel it in my mouth, but there's no taste.
Okay, sir, this is what I want you to do. Put the bottle down and step away from the beer.
Okay.
Walk straight to the corner store and pick up a 6-pack of Miller Lite.
Okay.
Don't worry, it's going to be all right.
Next time, try the light beer that actually tastes like beer. Great tasting, less filling Miller Lite. Miller can call. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
It's the Travelers and the Corpus Christi Hooks halfway through a ball game on a steamy Friday night in Little Rock, Arkansas. This is Phil Elson with you on the broadcast tonight. And we welcome Matt Alderman into the studios in Sherwood. Travelers now trailing for the 2nd time by a run. It's 3-2 Corpus Christi on the Mark Saccomanno solo home run. Leading off the 5th for the Travelers is Eric Rodlin, and Ronnie Martinez delivers from the right side. Slider for strike 1. Martinez has set down 4 in a row ever since Matt Brown's RBI double put the Travs in front of the 3rd. And the 0-1 to Rodlin has popped up behind the mound. Coming in from short is Robinson, and the ball is dropped. Martinez, the pitcher, went out behind the mound. Robinson was really the only infielder going after the ball full bore. Martinez tried to make an over-the-shoulder basket catch with his second baseman, Ash, only a couple feet away. Martinez bobbles it. Ash almost caught the ricochet, but he couldn't handle it. And Rodlin reaches on the drop pop-up. Call it a base hit for Rodlin with Martinez on it, but he catch that pop-up over his shoulder. Now it's Haynes, the batter. Throw over to first. Rodlin diving back. He's safe. Right side of the Hooks infield. Really just watched that pop fly. Nobody ran after it except for Robinson, the shortstop. Now the pitch to Haynes is low for ball 1. Martinez has struck out 4 batters, taking care of Haynes twice. Swinging in the 1st and looking in the 3rd. Haynes is 0 for his last 9 with 6 strikeouts. left-hand batter looking to move Rodlin on. Short lead by Eric at first, and here's the pitch. Fastball at the letters, strike one on Haynes. Haynes, after being signed by the Angels from Gary South Shore in the Northern League, returned to Arkansas at Corpus Christi and had an outstanding series at Whataburger. 1-1, pulled from the ground, foul outside first, strike two. Haynes proceeded to his 7 hits and 14 at-bats at Corpus, driving in a couple of runs. Also stole 2 bases. So far, against the new Hooks pitcher, Ronnie Martinez, Haynes has had nothing but struggles, and again behind the count. The pitch. Foul tipped off the catcher, and House couldn't squeeze it. Still 1-2. The Hooks will win the season series between these teams if they win just 1 game out of this 3-game series. Corpus Christi has won 7, and the Travelers have picked up 4 wins against the Hooks. The Travelers also one of the few teams to go into Corpus Christi and win a series, taking 2 of 3 from the Hooks in early May. At first, Rodlin, nobody out, a throw over, and he crawls back in front of Young's tag and is safe. Hooks didn't lose many series at home in the first half of the season. It's a place where they really win a lot. Time called at first by the first baseman Young, taking something out of his eye. Corpus Christi is 33-15 at home. And considering how well they play at home, they have a rather respectable road record at 22-20. Haynes waiting, the stretch by Martinez. And the pitch. Check swing, it's in the dirt. Blocked by House. Triples to the left, Rodlin holds. 2-2 count on the Traveler left fielder Haynes. Dwayne Bacon on deck, then Brandon Wood. Corpus Christi leading 3-2 in the bottom of the 5th inning. Rodlin with a leadoff bloop, cheap single on the infield. And the 2-2 to Haynes. He swings and misses, striking out for the 3rd time tonight. That time Martinez caught him on a slider. Strikeout number 5 for the young right-hander Martinez. One out, and the batter is Dwayne Bacon. Bacon 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a pop-up pitch. Fastball for strike 1 from Martinez. This kid has done almost nothing but attack the strike zone since he came to the mound in the bottom of the 1st. Striking out the first 2 batters he's faced. Bacon, switch hitter, batting left-handed, 1 out. Tying run on his first, and the pitch is high and outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. We mentioned earlier about Martinez seeming to have a knack for how to win games. Over the previous 2 seasons, 2004 and 2005, 24 wins and just 5 losses in 42 starts. Here's the 1-1 to Bacon. Bringing a slow bouncing ball to first, backhand by Young, throws to second for the out. Robinson's relay, and Bacon will beat it. Martinez covering on the fielder's choice. Bacon reaches the out at second, recorded 3-6. 2 outs, and Brandon Wood now standing in. Martinez 2 years ago in the Astros New York Penn League entry, Tri-City, was 11-2 with a 1.96 ERA. He was one of the top pitchers in the league that year. Last season, Martinez led the South Atlantic League with 13 victories with Lexington, posting a 367 earned run average. So although his record at Salem this year was subpar, 3-4, he's done nothing but win up to this year. Throw to first. Bacon is back. Wood has doubled, walked, scoring both Traveler runs. On deck is Brown, who's knocked in both of those runs as well. Bacon an aggressive lead with 28 steals on the year. And another throw over. Martinez got it there, but not in time. First time Bacon on board today. Young there to hold him. 5-step lead. There he goes. The pitch is swung on and missed, and House cannot grab the ball, transferring it into his throwing hand. He bobbled it, double clutching, and then just held on. So Bacon steals his 29th base of the year, and that will bring him into a tie for the league lead with the 29 steals, along with Anderson, the Corpus Christi center fielder. Count is 0-1 on Wood, with now the tying run at second and 2 outs. Martinez kicks and delivers. Wood takes the slider, and it's right down the middle for strike 2. Wood, the team leader, driving in 61 runs. Big spot here, trying to bring home the tying tally. 0-2. Struck him out. Check swing, but he went around on the slider, and that is the 6th strikeout for Martinez. He whipped 2 batters in the 5th. The Travelers get no runs on 1 base hit. Brandon, the tying run at second. That'll send us into the 6th inning with Corpus Christi in front, 3-2. This is Traveler Baseball on Air America Little Rock, 1380 KTXE.
Hey, Gary Eubanks and Associates, you've heard us talk about what we bring to the table. You ask what that means to you. Well, these verdicts and settlements are real results we've achieved for our clients, as large as $19 million for one case. While facts differ and results vary on each case, you should put this experience on your side. Insurance companies notice, and that creates settlement. And remember, at Gary Eubanks and Associates, we'll win your case, or you don't owe us a dime.
1, 2, 3.
We're at the supermarket checking out shopping lists.
Oh, here's mine.
Let's see. Milk, cheese, yogurt, ding, ding, ding.
Oh, do I win?
Well, actually, you probably lose.
What?
Lose inches.
Oh.
These studies show that people following a proper reduced calorie diet that included 3 servings of milk, cheese, or yogurt every day had better weight loss results and trimmed more from their waistline than if they just cut calories alone. So eat 3 cool, creamy servings of milk, cheese, or yogurt a day.
Wow, I consider that a win.
Have you had your first tea today?
Want to buy a new car? Take a dream vacation, remodel your home, or finance just about anything? You can use the equity in your home to make it happen. Right now, Arkansas Federal Credit Union has a home equity line of credit with a 4-month fixed rate as low as 4.5% annual percentage rate with absolutely no fees. Plus, it's easier than ever to access your home equity loan using Arkansas Federal's Visa Platinum credit card. No checks, no hassles. Apply online at afcu.org or call 982-1000.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Ball game moving into the 6th inning at Ray Winder Field. Corpus Christi leading by a 3-2 score. Folks have tallied a run in each of their last 2 innings. Getting an RBI single from Walter Young to tie the game in the 4th. And a home run by Mark Saccomanno in the 5th with a 3-2 lead. Jorge Cortez begins the 6th for the Hooks and fouls Green's first pitch back. Nick Green's line over 5 innings. 5 hits, 3 runs all earned. Walked nobody, and also no strikeouts to boot. The 0-1 pitch is smacked into center field. Coming on Bacon is there to catch the line drive for out number 1. Checking the Major League scores on the Southwest Airlines out-of-town scoreboard. The Angels are the only American League ball game not underway yet. They'll be playing at 9:05, hosting Tampa Bay. Former Traveler John Lackey looking to improve on a solid first half. He is 7-5 with a 2.88 ERA. Now the batter is Hunter Pence. And Green winds and delivers to the right-hander, and it is outside for ball 1. Pence scoring 2 runs. Reached second base on a fielder's choice in the 1st inning after there was a rundown between 2nd and 3rd. He doubled and scored in the 4th. 1-0 pitch. A little bit inside on the changeup from Green. Ball 2. 2-0. One final today out of the National League. The Mets beat the Cubbies 6-3. Greg Maddux takes the loss. He is 7-10. Green finds the knees with a fastball, strike 1. Steve Traxel, the winner. And a surprising year for Traxel. Veteran right-hander has won 7 straight starts. He is 9-4. 2-1 to Pence. Big cut and a foul back. 2-2. Other games in progress in the National League. Pittsburgh leading Washington 5-3 in the 8th at PNC Park. The Green 2-2 pitch to Pence. Swung on and top fly and medium depth right field. Very high, not really deep at all. Evans there, and there's 2 away. Cincinnati on an Adam Dunn homer, taking a 3-1 lead into the bottom of the 8th against Colorado. Dunn with 29 homers now. Florida 2-0 over the Astros, middle of the 7th. Reggie Abercrombie has homered for the Fish. Cardinals get a homer from Chris Duncan, his 4th. And it's the Cardinals 4 and the Dodgers nothing. Chris Carpenter working on a 1-hitter. Batter is House, and the pitch is a strike on the inside corner. House drove in a run with a single in the 1st. Hit a ball deep to right, but was caught at the wall in the 4th. Here's the 0-1. Line drive base hit to left by House, and he's 2 for 3. Base hit number 6 against Nick Green. House with 2 of them. That's his 112th base hit. Over in the American League, the Kansas City Royals have a 6-3 advantage at Detroit in the 5th inning. Former Wrangler Angel Barella and former Midland Rockhound Mark Kean have homered for the Royals. Batter is big Walter Young, whose RBI single in the 4th tied the game at 2, and the Hooks now lead at 3-2. Pitch on the way. Low, a changeup, ball 1. Oakland 7, Boston 2 in the 6th. Homer by Mark Ellis helped the A's get ahead 7-0 after the 5th inning. Young, a left-hand batter, 1 for 2. 261 coming into the game with 7 homers. And the 1-0 pitch is hit on a line to dead center. Bacon is over his head, hits off the wall. He fields it and now bobbles it in front of the track. They'll hold House's 3rd. Coasting at his 2nd is Young. Wood with a cutoff throw all the way to the plate. It'll be 2nd and 3rd for Josh Bonifay. Hooks manager Dave Clark did not take the chance to send House around 3rd base and instead leaves it up to Bonifay to bring home a couple of runs. Critical spot of the game for Nick Green. He has kept the Travs in the ball game thus far, and now has allowed a couple of solid 2-out hits in the 6th. Josh Bonifay, the batter, he is hit into a double play and grounded to short. Green will go from the windup, and he deals. His fastball is under the knees, ball 1. Bonifay is 1 for his last 14. So with 51 RBIs on the season, the 1-0 pitch, a slider missing low again, ball 2, 2-0. Of Bonifay's 51 runs batted in, he has collected 9 against the Travs. House getting shifty at 3rd. Now the windup on the pitch. A pop-up out of play on the first base side. That'll hit the roof of the ballpark, and it's 2-1. Bonifay, just as House and Walter Young, a seasoned veteran. 4th consecutive season at Double-A and still looking for his first Triple-A at-bat. Green kicks in the 2-1 pitch. His slider is low, ball 3. Out of the 3 pitches that have been called balls in this sequence, they've all missed in the same spot, just a little under the knee. On deck is Johnny Ash. Here's Green's 3-1 to Bonifay. Swung on and missed on a fastball. That had some movement, riding inside and high. Bonifay goes right through it, and the count is full. No walks or strikeouts so far for Green. Here's his payoff to Bonifay. Popped him up. Behind the plate, Wilson casts aside the mask. He goes over into the dugout and makes the catch. Wow! Ty Boykin there to hold him as he falls into the dugout. He made the catch on the top step, and he fell right into his manager after making the grab. A spectacular catch by Bobby Wilson for the final out of the 6th inning, using every inch that the ballpark allows him just before falling into Ty Boykin. Dave Clark has a beef with the call. He thought that the catch was made when Wilson had already stepped into the dugout, but the catch will stand as Hansen tells him that he caught it while he was still in play. A spectacular grab by Bobby Wilson gets 2 stars to end the 6th inning. The Hooks strand 2 men in scoring position. Will go to the last of the 6th. 3-2 Corpus Christi on Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDXE.
At one time or another, we all want to change the world in which we live, make it a better place. Introducing the new ITT Tech School of Criminal Justice. At ITT Tech, we now teach the fundamentals of the criminal justice system, along with the technology to help respond to and prevent crime. ITT Technical Institute School of Criminal Justice. Education for the future. To find out more, call 1-800-ITT-TECH or visit us on the web.
You signaled your turn. You merged without cutting anyone off. You stopped because the light was red. Through rain and sleet, through dark of night, 365 1/4 days a year, you drive safely. Now, Allstate rewards you for being the hero you are. Introducing the Safe Driving Bonus. For every 6 months you don't have an accident, Allstate will give you an extra bonus. Actual cash off your renewal bill. That's on top of any discount you've already received. It's time to make the world a better place to drive. That's Allstate, Dan. Are you in good hands?
Get Allstate Your Choice Auto Insurance today. Call a local Allstate agent or 1-800-ALLSTATE. You can start earning your safe driving bonus the day you sign up. Features optional and subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Patent pending. Allstate Property and Casualty Insurance Company and Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company, Northbrook, Illinois.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Travelers coming up in the last of the 6th inning, still trailing by a run. 3-2 Corpus Christi. Ronnie Martinez has pitched 2 consecutive scoreless innings. Comes back for the 6th with 6 strikeouts under his belt. But Brown has been a thorn in his side with 2 doubles off the left field wall, knocking in both Traveler runs. Here's the first pitch of the inning. Brown will take the slider for strike 1. Martinez has allowed only 1 base hit since Brown's double in the 3rd. And that is 8 of 9 batters retired. And that 1 hit was a Chiefia drop pop-up in the 5th. Here's the 0-1. Swung on a high fly ball into deep left towards the corner. Back is Cortez. Get out of here. Matt Brown hits a home run to start the 6th inning. His 3rd RBI, his 3rd extra base hit of the game. Home run number 12 for Brown, and he was even in front of the pitch. Brown's backside was sort of leaning over as he reached out, finished the swing one-handed, but somehow met the ball solidly and drives out his 12th home run of the year. A 3-3 tie now in the bottom of the 6th. Brown is 3 for 3 with 3 runs batted in and 8 total bases. There is action in the Corpus Christi bullpen. A right-hander getting loose. It is David Rolandini. Now it's Terry Evans, the batter, and Martinez misses the outside corner with a fastball. Evans 0 for 2, reaching on an error in the 2nd. Struck out in the 3rd. And the 1-0 pitch, a fastball right down the middle, strike 1. Brown now over his 9-game hitting streak is driven in 10 with 16 hits and 2 homers. The 1-1 pitch from Martinez. Evans swings and misses at that off-speed breaking ball that Martinez has used so well tonight. And I believe that was the pitch he left over the plate that Brown hit over the fence. Brown's been playing pepper at that left field wall all day. Now the 1-2 pitch. Evans a check swing. Strike 3, said the plate umpire. Hansen rings up Evans. And that last strike coming on the swing. And that is 7 strikeouts for Martinez. Second time Evans is out on strike. Greg Porter comes up. Porter has hit the ball solidly twice, lining a single with a 2nd and lining out to center last time. Here's a pitch. Swung on a high fly, slicing down the left field line. Cortez measures it in front of the track and makes the catch. 2 away in the 6th inning, and Bobby Wilson is next up. We have a final score coming from Baltimore, where Texas hands the Orioles a 2-1 defeat. Kevin Millwood goes to 9-5 with the win. Chris Benson 9-8 with the loss. Atuka saving his 18th. Wilson is 0 for 2, and the pitch, low ball 1. Right-hand batting catcher has popped up to shallow left. Last time in the 4th inning, Wilson hit a long line drive right to the shortstop for the out. The 1-0 pitch. Fastball is on the outside corner, 1-1. Well, you know it's summertime when the locusts make themselves heard during the ball game, never mind when the fans are gone. Here's the 1-1. A little blooper into shallow center, but Anderson playing shallow is there to make the catch, and the side retired. The inning starts on Matt Brown's leadoff homer. That's the only run that the Travs get in the 6th. The only hit they get as well. 6 innings in the Big Bad scorebook, moving to the 7th. Travelers 3, Hooks 3 on Air America Little Rock 1380.
O'Reilly Auto Parts is a proud supporter of American auto racing. From the down and dirty action of local dirt tracks all the way to the ultimate thrill of NASCAR, we're dedicated to racing and racing fans. O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts at better prices every day.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
New windows? You know you need them. Your energy bills are high, and your home is uncomfortable when your windows are drafty and noisy. So who can you count on for energy-efficient windows at a fair price? Sears Home Services. Call Sears now for a free in-home consultation and estimate at 1-800-531-7785. Sears vinyl framed windows have multi-pane glass that may help reduce your energy costs. They glide in smoothly, built in for easy cleaning, and are virtually maintenance-free. And Sears makes getting your new custom-fit windows easy and affordable. Just call 1-800-531-7785 for a free in-home estimate. Not available in all areas. Energy savings may vary depending on your home and windows selected. Ask your representative for written warranty. Products and services provided by a Sears authorized contractor. License number available on request. So replace your old windows. Call Sears now at 1-800-531-7785. That's 1-800-531-7785.
Faithfully chronicling the Bush administration implosion.
Air America Little Rock.
1380 KDXE North Little Rock.
Well, we breezed right through the middle 3 innings. We go to the top of the 7th with the Travelers and the Hooks tied 3-3. This is Phil Elson on Air America Little Rock 1380. Travelers and the Hooks in the opening game of a 3-game series at Ray Winder. Johnny Ash leads off the 7th with Nick Green dealing low for ball 1. There's just a 66th pitch thrown by Green so far. And the 1-0 to Ash. Left-hand batter takes a changeup outside, ball 2. Ash has grounded out 2 times to the mound in the 2nd and to second base in the 5th. And the 2-0 pitch to Ash. Hit high and deep to right field. Ash has no home runs until this swing, and he hits a leadoff homer in the 7th to give the Hooks the lead again. Second home run off of Green. Saccomanno in the 5th hit his 7th. Ash here in the 7th hits his first of the year. It is now the second time in 3 games that a player has come to the plate with no homers all season and ends up hitting his first circuit trip of the year. Saccomanno now the batter, and a pitch is in there for strike 1. The Hooks have now homered 4 times against Green in 2 starts. 0-1 pitch to Saccomanno. In there again, strike 2. The dangers of falling behind 2-0, and after Green gives up that homer on a 2-0 pitch, he comes right back with 2 strikes. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and he strikes him out on a slider on 3 pitches. 1 away in the 7th. That's Green's first strikeout of the night. With that home run, Johnny Ash now has 12 career homers in 3 years. It took him 65 games to get his first home run this season. Wade Robinson the batter, and the pitch is low for ball 1. There's action in the bullpen now. Daniel Davidson getting ready. A 1-0 pitch to Robinson. Inside, ball 2. The Hooks 4, the Travelers 3. Green's 2-0 pitch to Robinson. High fly to right center, hit well. Bacon at the wall, leaping off the fence. Extra bases for Robinson. He's on his way to third. He'll get there. A stand-up triple, and the Hooks are rallying in the 7th inning. Another 2-0 pitch from Green. The 2-0 count has not been friendly to him here in the 7th inning. Ass goes deep on a 2-0 pitch. Robinson came close to going deep on a 2-0 pitch, but instead he's content with a triple. So after the Travelers come back on the homer from Brown in the 6th, immediately the Hooks come right back. And not only do they have the 1-run lead, now the Hooks are a fly ball away from taking their largest lead of the night. They have Josh Anderson about to stand in after a quick meeting on the mound. Ken Patterson wasn't part of that meeting. He wants to be part of a new one. Patterson walks out of the dugout and goes to talk with Green, and the rest of the infield converges to the mound. .6:30 doubleheader tomorrow night at Ray Winder Field. Pitching matchup tomorrow. The Hooks in Game 1 will send right-hander Josh Miller to the mound on 3 days rest. Miller 7-7 with a .384 ERA, lost his last start. Travelers counter with Jose Arredondo. Arredondo threw that 5-hit shutout last Wednesday at Wichita. But was hit pretty hard last time out against the San Antonio Missions in a no decision. He's 1-0 with a .193 ERA and 2 starts. In Game 2, the Travelers go with Johnny Bullpen. It's going to be the entire bullpen pitching the second game with no designated official starting pitcher. And the Hooks tomorrow in Game 2 counter with left-hander Josh Mickey, who in 12 games has allowed 30 runs in 23 innings. This is going to be it for Green. Right after Patterson went back into the dugout, Ty Boykin emerges from the dugout, and he's going to make the change. Green pulled after 6 1/3 innings, giving up the leadoff homer here in the 7th. The triple by Robinson knocks Green out of the game. It'll be Daniel Davidson coming on to face the next 2 batters, both left-handed. Anderson and Cortez are the scheduled hitters. So with the pitching change, it's a call to the bullpen brought to you by the new AT&T. Save a bundle on services from AT&T, such as high-speed internet, satellite television, voice services, and wireless. And I believe right now Boykin is being informed that he might not be allowed to make the pitching change. The plate umpire, Hansen, telling Boykin that he's going to have to send Davidson back to the bullpen. It might be because that Patterson already had come back into the dugout, and after a meeting on the mound, the pitcher has to throw at least one pitch. So Boykin wanted to make the pitching change, but is not allowed to do so. Green is going to be forced to face Anderson, or at least throw one pitch to him. Infield plays in. Anderson is 1 for 3. Green will go from the windup, and he deals. And Anderson hits a pop fly to shallow left. Sprinting in is Haynes. He can't get there. A base hit scores Robinson. And the Hooks now lead by 2 on Anderson's flare base hit. Now that'll be it for Nick Green. This time Boykin will be allowed to make the pitching change as Anderson knocks in his 38th of the year. Green had a rough 7th inning facing 3 batters. 2 have scored, only 1 out. And now it's a call to the bullpen brought to you by the new AT&T. The new AT&T, your world delivered. Green leaves, Davidson in, Travelers down by a pair in the 7th. 5-3 Corpus Christi. This is Air America Little Rock, 1380.
You can see all our best deals, like 12 months of true high-speed internet for just $12.99 a month when you order online. If you switch from your old cable company, you can get 3 months free. And with AT&T Account Manager, you can see your account activity, add services, and pay your bills online, all in one place. So that's Kirk's world. For everybody who's not Kirk, if ATT.com can deliver online control to him, it can do the same for you. Switch to the new AT&T at ATT.com, and you'll be in the driver's seat, as long as you're not riding with Kirk. SBC is now the new AT&T. The new AT&T, your world, delivered.
Taxes, other charges, and federal universal service costs to cover the extra. High-speed internet will credit card after 3 months paid service limit. Please check US.cost to cover your other fees. For details of additional charges, restrictions, and requirements, call 1-866-416-6471 toll-free or visit AT&T.com for other details. Not available in all areas.
Folks rallying here in the 7th inning. 2 runs on 3 base hits. Leadoff homer by Johnny Ash, his first home run of the year. Wade Robinson, a 1-out triple. And then Anderson with a fister base hit into shallow left with the outfield playing a little further back. Anderson's RBI makes it 5-3 Corpus Christi and finishes off Nick Green. 1 batter later than Ty Boykin would have liked to leave him in for. Green giving up 10 hits in 6 1/3 innings. So far, 5 runs all earned. He is responsible for Anderson, the base runner at first. Green was throwing decent through the first 6 innings, but fell behind 2 batters in the 7th, and they both crushed hits and should score. Davidson, the Traveler reliever, 6'4", 225 pounds, from Panama City, Florida. 21st appearance, and his 7th as a reliever. Right on to face Jorge Cortez, who is 0 for 3. Anderson, the base runner, and the pitch is chopped between first and second. A base hit to right field. Anderson holding. Evans boots the ball in right, and Anderson will reach third base. Into second goes Cortez. Anderson was going to hold at second base. He wanted no part of catching Evans' right arm. But Terry gives him third base with his 4th error of the year instead. Things starting to fall apart for the Travelers here in the 7th inning after Brown tied the game with his 3rd extra base hit, a homer in the 6th. It has been all Corpus Christi in the 7th. 4 hits, 2 runs, only 1 out, and now an error on Evans pushes men to second and third. And the Hooks can break this open with their top RBI man, Hunter Pence, at the plate. The infield end of the pitch is high for ball 1 from Davidson. Pence is 1 for 3, scoring 2 runs. He had doubled in the 4th. The 1-0 pitch. A ball inside from Davidson, 2-0. Davidson 1-7 with a 5.82 ERA. His ERA against the Hooks also 5.82. 2-0 pitch to Pence. Ball 3, high and tight. Davidson appearing in his 2nd game of the homestand. Inherited 2 runners 2 nights ago. They both scored in the 8th. 3-0 to Pence. Is ball 4, high, and a little inside as well. Davidson walks Pence to load the bases for the cleanup batter, who only happens to be the top hitter in the league, J.R. House. J.R. House batting .333 on the year, and that was coming into the ball game. It's a little higher now. He's 2 for 3 with an RBI single. Only time he was out, slide out to the right field wall in the 4th. With 1 out and the bases loaded, the Traveler infield looks for a double play. House, right-hander. Davidson, a lefty. And here's the first pitch. Ball 1 inside. House getting his 15th at-bat with the bases loaded this year. He has driven in 13 runs in bases-loaded situations. The 1-0 pitch. Swinging a high fly to deep left. Back is Haynes with room. He's there to make the catch. Anderson coming home to score. Cortez going to third to throw. He's out. Did he score? He did not score. Anderson does not score with Cortez thrown out at third base by Nathan Haynes. The Hooks make a huge base running mistake in the 7th inning. They managed 2 runs on 4 base hits. Dave Clark arguing the play. He is arguing with Hanson, the plate umpire. Got a good look. Anderson was maybe a half a step from scoring before the out was recorded. 7-5 on the out at third base ends the 7th inning. No RBI for House. Hook scored 2 runs on 4 hits, 1 error. They leave 2 on. The Travelers trailing 5-3 will stretch them at Ray Winter on Air America Little Rock 1380. There are times I get forget. Back of the ballpark as the Corpus Christi Hooks make a change to start the 7th inning, bringing on David Rolandini, replacing Ronnie Martinez. The score going into the last of the 7th, 5-3 Corpus Christi. The Hooks scoring 2 runs in the top of the 7th inning. They thought they had a 3rd run when Josh Anderson came home on the fly out by J.R. House. Slided pretty deep to left field, but Haynes played it aggressively, throwing to third base with Cortez tagged out 7-5, and Anderson was a half a foot away from scoring on the play. The umpires got that call right. Dave Clark thought he had a piece because he's got maybe the fastest runner in the league, Anderson, coming home from third. But Anderson wasn't running all the way hard. He was more or less trotting or jogging, not anticipating an out is behind him. Well, let's see if the Travs can't turn that into a little bit of a rally. Big mistake by the Hooks. Rolandini replacing Martinez. He's a big right-hand hurler, working from the stretch. And the leadoff batter, Pauly, will stroke a foul ball into the net, strike 1. Ronnie Martinez in line for the win after a solid Double-A debut. 6 innings, giving up 3 runs on 7 base hits. He walked 1 batter and struck out 7. Pauly is 1 for 2 with an infield hit in the 2nd inning. The pitch. Swing and a miss on the Rolandini slider, strike 2. David Rolandini stands 6'5". He weighs 240 pounds, 27 years old, from Broken Arrow, right outside Tulsa. 33rd appearance out of the bullpen for the Hooks. From the stretch on the 0-2 to Pauly. Caught him looking. Strike 3 on the inside corner. That's the 8th Traveler batter down on strikes. First out of the last of the 7th. Now Eric Rodlin comes up. Numbers on Rolandini. 2 wins, 2 losses. 4.57 ERA with 2 saves in 2 attempts. Has struck out 33 batters now against 21 walks in 45 2/3 innings. Rodlin, the batter for the Travs, in the pitch, is a fastball for strike 1. Travs taking a lot of strikes today, especially from Martinez, the starter for the Hooks. 0-1 to Rodlin. Check swing and a curve, and the appeal goes Rodlin's favor, ball 1. Rodlin a pop out in the 2nd, then he pops up in the 5th, only to see it dropped by the pitcher Martinez on a basket over the shoulder attempt. 1-1 pitch, a slider tight, 2-1 to Rodman. Nathan Haynes on deck. Travelers need to come back tonight, and trailing by 2 in the last of the 7th inning. Two-one delivery. Strike 2 called. Slider hit the inside black. Maybe the very corner of the black. It's even up as Rodman at 2-2. Already one strikeout for Alandini. His pitch to Rodman. Slow, grounded to second base. Ash moves up the middle to field it, and his throw retires Rodman. Travelers had only one batter make it on base safely the last time through the order. And that was Matt Brown, who homered to start the 6th. It's been mostly Brown or nothing tonight for the Travs. Brown is 3 for 3 with all 3 Arkansas RBIs, 2 doubles, and his 12th home run of the year. Brown can't do it himself. He'll need some help today. Nathan Haynes is 0 for 3, striking out in all of his at-bats tonight. Corners up a little as the first pitch to Haynes almost hit him. A slider at the knee, but way inside, ball 1. Third baseman Saccomanno is in a couple of feet. Young even at first. And the 1-0 pitch to Haynes. A strike with a fastball from Rolandini on the inside corner. Nobody on for Haynes and 2 outs. The kick and the pitch. Right on the inside corner again. Rolandini has seen the plate umpire Hansen call those pitches for strikes, and Rolandini keeps putting those pitches at the very same spot. You can't keep taking those. Here's the 1-2. Line foul over the bleachers and way out of play. Coming set, Rolandini with the 1-2 to Haynes. Just missed outside. Rolandini has got that inside corner locked and loaded so far. Let's see if he goes to it on 2-2 against Haynes. Target goes inside, and here it is. Foul tipped off the catcher. The Hooks leading by a pair of runs. Corpus Christi 5. Arkansas 3. Travs have dropped 2 in a row after winning the first 2 games against San Antonio. The Hooks coming off a series where they lost 3 of 4 to Springfield. Hooks the first place team in the South with a 2-game lead over San Antonio. Travelers are 10-11, 1 game in back of Wichita in the North. Rolandini, after a quick chat with his catcher, delivers 2-2. Haynes takes a high slider, and the count is full. Wichita, by the way, trailing Frisco in the 4th inning, 2-1. Mike Nickius, a home run for the Rough Riders, his first of the year. A payoff pitch to Haynes. Ball 4, he walks on a high fastball, and the door is open in the 7th inning with Dwayne Bacon coming up. Other 2 Texas League games, San Antonio 5, Springfield 2 at the last of the 6th. Well, the Missions continue to play some decent baseball. Looking for an update out of Midland. It is 9-0 Midland leading Tulsa in the 6th. Bacon the batter from the left side. Haynes on the move. The pitch high. Here's the throw from House. Very high, and Robinson, the shortstop, had to leap in the air to save an error. Haynes stealing his 8th, and it's 1 ball and no strikes on Dwayne Bacon. Bacon tonight 0 for 3. Has struck out, popped up, and reached on a fielder's choice. Brandon Wood is on deck. Rolandini got 2 quick outs and walked Haynes, working on Bacon with a 1-ball count. The kick and the pitch shows bunt, got it down the third base line, charging, holding it. Saccomanno airmails it. It goes all the way out of play. Haynes coming home to score from third. Bacon goes into second on the errant throw. Bacon caught Saccomanno by surprise. He charged in, had to field the ball with his bare hand a couple of inches off the foul line. He threw it wide. Bacon will get credit for a base hit. And it'll also be the second error of the game on Saccomanno. No RBI for Bacon. Haynes scores on the error. Now the tying run at second base. And the go-ahead run comes up in the form of shortstop Brandon Wood. Wood doubles in the first, walked in the third, scoring each time, struck out last time up. Rolandini kicks and delivers. The slider is off the outside corner, ball one. Tight game tonight, and after the Hooks take their largest lead 5-3, the Travs answer with at least one. Can Wood do something special? Here's the 1-0. Bacon running for third. The pitch is outside the throw. Almost thrown into left field. Bacon steals third, and House's throw was at least 3 feet in foul territory, forcing Saccomanno to lunge for it to save a wild throw. Count is 2 balls, no strikes on Brandon Wood, and now the tying run just 90 feet away. Rolandini leaning in, ball behind his back. Takes a look at Bacon. Now the 2-0 pitch. Swinging a line drive in a straightaway center, but Anderson is there to reach up and make the catch. That'll end the Arkansas 7th inning. 1 run on 1 base hit, 1 error, and 1 man left. A string of ones takes us into the top of the 8th. The Corpus Christi Hooks 5 and the Arkansas Travelers 4. This is Air America Little Rock 1380.
All coming up on this week's Texas.
Coca-Cola, this is Mitchell. My friend's brother is a molecular biologist, and he was saying the only way you could have gotten Coke Zero to taste like the regular Coke was to engineer it in space. I would not. No, but think about the whole zero factor, like zero gravity. It makes perfect sense. Zero is for the 0 calories. To stop pretending that you don't engineer Coke Zero in space. Can you do that? I wish I could speculate on that, sir. The next launch. I just want the time for the next launch. Coca-Cola Zero. Real Coke taste. 0 calories.
Ameripride Services is the linen and apparel company to get your team into a professional uniform program. Ameripride features a wide range of high-quality custom programs for the manufacturing industry, hospitality and food service, medical or dental uniforms, and professional and executive wear. Call 664-5575 to schedule a presentation with an Ameripride consultant, also specializing in the finest quality table linens, rental mats, and restroom services. Call 664-5575 for Ameripride. Ameripride, the official garment supplier of the Arkansas Travelers.
For 30 seasons, Jim Elder was the radio voice of the Arkansas Travelers. Fans knew him as the human encyclopedia of sports knowledge from baseball to horse racing to football. Jim knew it all, but Jim Elder was about much more than sports. He also loved to help kids, and that's why his friends and family started the Jim Elder Good Sports Fund. The fund helps organizations that teach kids about life through sports, like parks, RBI baseball at Lamar Porter Field, the First Tee, Arkansas Sheriff's Youth Ranch, and kids clinics with the Arkansas Travelers. Jim Elder's legend will live on in Arkansas through the Jim Elder Good Sport Fund. See them online at jimelder.org.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
5-4 Corpus Christi as we go to the final 2 innings, at least in regulation. Hooks 5 runs on 11 hits, 2 errors, stranding 5. Travelers 4 runs, 8 hits, 2 errors. Also leaving 5 men on base, pretty even game. Walter Young leads off the 8th. Daniel Davidson back to the hill, and Young hits the first pitch on the ground to second. With Eric Roblin in the 4-hole, he'll pick it up and throw Young out. 1 pitch, 1 out for Davidson, who is now retired the last 2 batters he faced after he allowed 2 men to reach in the 7th inning. With the ground out, Young is 2 for 4, and now the 6-hitter for the Hooks, Josh Bonifay, comes up. Bonifay, the DH, is 0 for 3. He's grounded out, hit into a double play, and fouls to the catcher. A great catch by Bobby Wilson, falling into the Traveler dugout to end the 6th. And here's the pitch to the right-hander. Way inside, almost put Bonifay on his jersey, and just missed his uniform for ball 1. Johnny Ash is on deck. His home run led off the 7th to give the Hooks the lead. That's where we stand, 5-4 Corpus. 1-0 pitch to Bonifay. Chopper to the 6th hole at short. Move into the hole and backhanding Wood. Long throw. He got him, and there's 2 away. Johnny Ash standing in next. Ash began the 7th inning getting in front of Nick Green with 2 balls and then hammering a fastball over the right field fence. driving in just his 13th run of the year. Pitch on the way from Davidson, missing high, ball one. Travs will have Matt Brown leading off the 8th. Brown has had an extra base hit in every one of his at-bats so far. Evans and Porter will follow. The Davidson 1-0 pitch to Ash. Slap foul over the third base bleachers. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ash, a very quiet stance, feet close together. The 1-1 from Davidson. He sidearms and bends him back with a fastball. Davidson doesn't usually throw all that hard, but since he's been a reliever, he's been airing it out a little bit heavier. Getting into the high 80s on occasion. A 2-1 pitch. Ash slaps it down the left field line. A base hit. Should go for extra. Haynes over behind the bullpen, picks it up at the warning track, and Ash will stop with a stand-up double. Ash has an inside-out swing, especially against lefties. He just looks to go the opposite way. And he does exactly that for his 16th double of the year. Now Davidson dealing with the number 8 hitter, Mark Saccomanno. Saccomanno is homered in the 5th inning and is 1 for 3 with a strikeout last time up. The pitch. Chopper foul off his body, strike 1. Saccomanno not only has had an interesting day at the plate, hammering a fastball in the 5th inning over the left field wall for his 7th homer, but also in the field, Saccomanno has committed 2 errors. 5-4, the hook. Corpus out hitting the Travelers 12-8, each team with 2 errors. Davidson checking the runner at second. Now the 0-1 outside. 1 ball, 1 strike to Saccomanno. Trav's got 6 in the 3rd innings from Green. He allowed 5 runs and 10 hits. His last couple of starts, Green has been touched up for 10 runs in just 13 innings. Davidson trying to finish off the 8th. A 1-0 to Saccomanno, and it's high. That was a 1-1 count. 2 balls, 1 strike. Saccomanno batting under 200 entered the game. 2-1 from Davidson. Change up, foul tip, strike 2. Hooks have scored in 3 of the last 4 innings. They've scored in 4 of 7 innings overall. Davidson trying to keep him off the board in the 8th. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Got him with a curve in the dirt. It is blocked by Wilson, but he puts the tag right on Saccomanno's backside for the last out of the 8th. For the Hooks in the 8th inning, no runs, 1 hit. 1 man left. Good job by Davidson getting us to the last of the 8th inning. The Hooks 5 and your Travelers 4 on Air America Little Rock 1380 KDXE.
Emergency hotline, can I help you?
Yes, I need help.
All right, sir, what's the problem?
I can't taste my beer. I feel it in my mouth, but there's no taste.
Okay, sir, this is what I want you to do. Put the bottle down and step away from the beer.
Okay.
Walk straight to the corner store and pick up a 6-pack of Miller Lite.
Okay.
Don't worry, it's going to be all right.
Next time, try the light beer that actually tastes like beer. Great tasting, less filling Miller Lite. Miller, good call. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
AgPro knows your patient. You've had your eye on a certain green and yellow tractor for some time now. But here's a thought. Visit your local John Deere dealer for an innocent test drive. Sit in that yellow seat and feel that rugged quality. Then run the numbers. You may find you've underrated the value of a John Deere and overrated the value of patience. After all, nothing runs like a Deere. Test drive the John Deere of your choice today at AgPro Central Arkansas, 10504 Maumelle Boulevard, North Little Rock.
Of all the days of the week, it seems that Mondays are everybody's least favorite day. Well, the Travs and the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette have a reason for baseball fans to look forward to Mondays. That's because Mondays are Democrat-Gazette family night here at the ballpark. You just pick up a copy of Monday's Democrat-Gazette, and you'll find a discount family ticket right there in the sports section. That's right. It's a coupon that that admits the whole family for just $2 a person. Hey, munchies don't sound so bad anymore.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Back to Ray Winder in the last of the eighth. The hottest Arkansas Traveler batter at the plate with Matt Brown, who has gone 3 for 3 with a couple of RBI doubles and a home run. Home run to start this eighth inning will tie the game. 5-4 Corpus Christi. David Rolandini back on in the relief inning. Pitch is swung on and missed. Strike one. Brown has had one 4-hit game against the Hooks this year. Even if he just collects a single to start the eighth, Evans and Porter have a chance to be a hero. Rolandini allowing a run in the seventh on just one hit, a bunt single, but it's an unearned run. Pitch to Brown. Swinging a high fly to right field, hanging back, going his Pence at the wall. He will leap, and he couldn't catch it. He drops the ball. Going to second, Brown, his third double of the game. Matt Brown is 4 for 4 with 3 doubles and a home run. An incredible night for the Traveler third baseman, who now has hit 30 doubles on the season. Brown is one of only 3 players in the league to reach 30 doubles, along with his own teammate Brandon Wood with 34, and Seth Smith of Tulsa started today with 31. Tell you what, though, that double was a classic Ray Winder field double with a short porch in right field, just 333 feet away to that first light pole, which is dead right field, not into the corner. Most other ballparks, and specifically at Whataburger Field, the home of Corpus Christi's baseball team, that ball would have been caught even before it got to the warning track. We will take it, and now Terry Evans could tie the game. Evans is 0 for 3, however. Reached in the second when his hard grounder went through the third baseman Saccomanno for an error. But Evans has struck out his previous 2 at-bats. Brown will lead off, held on by the second baseman Ash. And the pitch to Evans, swung on, slow grounder up the middle, moving Brown up, picked up by Ash. His throw to first will get Evans for the out. But Terry able to move the tying run to third, giving Greg Porter an opportunity in the 8th inning for the game-tying RBI. The hardcores in the first base seats, they know Evans just did a very important thing, moving that runner off. You know, he doesn't drive him in. It could be just as good. Corpus Christi plays the infield up. Greg Porter is the batter. He is 1 for 3, hitting the ball hard twice. He was singled, line to center, and fly to left. First pitch, very high from Rolandini, ball 1. That almost got away from him. A left-hander getting ready in the Hooks bullpen. It is Steve Kent. The only lefty they possess in the pen. 1-0 pitch to Porter. Takes it inside and low, ball 2. Porter started today batting .285. 12 home runs, 43 RBIs, and has had a hit now in 11 of 13, counting his second inning single today. What matters is, can he drive in the run any way possible? 2-0 pitch. Swinging a pop-up out of play. Flares over the bleachers at third base and into the picnic patio, and it's 2-1. Rolandini appears to be going for the pop-up or the strikeout. He hasn't really come with many pitches low in the strike zone. Climbing the ladder. 2-1 to Porter. Swinging a line drive, base hit to right field. That ties the game. Brown comes home. Porter's base hit makes it a 5-5 tie in the 8th. He hit it right past the second baseman, Ash, who had no chance to field that extremely well-hit ground ball. RBI number 44 for Greg Porter, and it's a brand new ball game, 5-5. Got the makings of a classic ending tonight at Ray Winder Field, folks. Neither of these teams has been able to hold on to a lead for all that long. We've got some serious comebacking tonight, or coming back, however you want to look at it. Bobby Wilson, the batter. Number 7 hitter, is 0 for 3. Porter at first. There's a throw over by Rolandini, and it is not in time. Rolandini is charged with his first blown save in this season. He has saved 2 and 2 chances, but he blows this one. They look for a double play ball on the Corpus infield. Porter running. Wilson swinging, grounding it through the right side. A base hit. There goes Porter. First to third. And now the ball booted in right by Pence. Here comes Porter around third. He will score. And the Crabs take the lead. Hunter Pence, who is one of the best outfielders in the Texas League, commits a huge blunder, overrunning the base hit by Bobby Wilson. Credit Wilson with a base hit, a perfect hit and run single through the right side of the infield. But Pence boots the ground ball in right, allowing the go-ahead run. That's the third Corpus Christi error, and it is a big error. Rich Thompson immediately gets up and starts to warm up in the Traveler bullpen. Wilson does not get credit for an RBI. The Travelers today have scored 6 runs, but 2 of them have come on errors. This looks like it'll be it for Rolandini. As Dave Clark goes out to make a pitching change, he's going to bring in the left-hander Kent. The Travs have rallied back from down 2 in the 7th inning to take a 6-5 lead in the 8th, and they look for more. It'll be Matt Pauley after a 60-second pitching change break. Call to the bullpen brought to you by the new AT&T. Go online to att.com and check out their amazingly low price for blazing fast high-speed internet. Order today and get your high-speed internet at a dial-up price. Online at att.com. Travelers 6, Hooks 5 will come back after 60 seconds for the remainder of the 8th inning on Air America Little Rock 1380 KDXE.
This is for Laura. Laura, what's up with those CDs you borrowed from Mariana and never gave back, huh? Listen, if you need music, sign up with the new AT&T. Get digital satellite TV so you can watch concerts, and high-speed internet so you can get the music you want fast. And give Mariana her CDs back. All that, plus local and long distance for under $90. So that's Laura's world. For everybody that's not Laura, if we can deliver options to her, we can deliver the right plan for you, too. Digital satellite TV, high-speed internet, and local and long distance for under $90. Add Singular Wireless and save even more. Call 1-800-PICK-ATT or visit thenewATT.com today. Oh, and Mariana, you're welcome. SBC, now joined with AT&T, proud sponsor of the 2006 U.S. Olympic team. The new AT&T, your world, delivered. Taxes, other charges, and the Federal Universal Service Cost Recovery Fee Extra. For details of additional charges, restrictions, and requirements, call 1-866-270-0397 toll-free or visit att.com plus bundle details. Not available in all areas.
Travelers rallying here in the 8th inning. They've scored 2 runs on 3 hits and 1 giant error by Corpus Christi right fielder Hunter Pence, who is an all-star in the Texas League and played also in the futures games. Got a bright future, especially in the outfield with a cannon for an arm. But he overran the base hit by Bobby Wilson on the hit and run, allowing Greg Porter to score the go-ahead and possibly the winning run. Steve Kent has been brought out of the bullpen. He will appear on the mound for the Hooks. In his 7th game as a Hooks reliever, he has given up 8 runs in 6 innings. 12 base hits in the league, batting .429 against him. Wilson, the runner at first, with Pauley at the plate. Matt is 1 for 3. Lefty versus lefty, and Kent's pitch, a slide step fastball for strike 1. Rolandini in line for the loss now after giving up 3 runs in an inning and a third on 4 hits. He's still responsible for the runner, Wilson, at first. Young holding Bobby, short lead. Kent gives him a look, now delivers, and Pauley pops it up down the left field line. Towards the visiting bullpen, Saccomanno runs out of room at his end of the picnic area. And a quick second strike on Pauley makes it 0-2. Steve Kent, familiar, a left-handed reliever that pitched for Tulsa in 2004, compiling a 3-1 record in 39 games with a 2.03 ERA. Also has 34 games in the majors under his belt after Tampa Bay selected him in the Rule 5 draft. He used to be with the Angels. And to the stretch. The 0-2 to Pauley. Swing and a miss. It's in the dirt. Strike 3. Pauley running to first, but strikeout reported anyway with Wilson the runner. 2 away in the 8th. Rich Thompson was warming up After the Travs scored the go-ahead run here in the 8th inning, Thompson has since sat down on the bullpen bench. Whoever it is, either Davidson or Thompson, coming on in the 9th, will be facing Wade Robinson, Josh Anderson, and Jorge Cortez. Travelers lead 6-5. Eric Rodman the batter. 2 outs. Wilson the runner. Still a short lead at first. Another lefty-on-lefty spot for Kent. And the pitch to Rodman is outside for ball 1. Eric, number 9 batter, is 1 for 3 with a pop-up that was dropped in the 5th for a base hit. One of 11 hits for the Travs today, with Matt Brown collecting 4 of those hits, including 3 doubles and a homer. Had a quiet set, and the 1-0 pitch to Rodman, low again, ball 2, 2-0. Recapping the inning, Matt Brown led off with a double to the right field wall. He was moved to third by Terry Evans on a ground out. Scored on Greg Porter's base hit, past the drawn-up infield, and then Porter running on a pitch. Wilson singled into right. Pence bobbled the ball, allowing Porter to score the go-ahead run. 2-0 to Rodman is wide, ball 3, 3-0. On deck is Nathan Haynes at the top of the order. Another left-hander for Kent to face, just in case. 3-0 pitch. And there's a strike right down the middle. Travelers starting today, 1 game behind Wichita for first place in the North Division. Tied with Springfield at 10 and 11 in second place. When we last checked the scores across the league, both Wichita and Springfield were trailing. Kent ready at the belt. 3-1 to Rodman. Swinging a line drive to deep right towards the gap. Pence can't get it. Off the fence. Wilson off to the races. He's on his way to third. He'll stop there. Rodman to second, a stand-up double. So Rodman smacks his 15th double, the 4th base hit of the 8th inning for the Travs. And we'll go to the top of the order. Nathan Haynes has a chance to make it a 3-run game. Wichita has now overtaken Frisco with a 4-run 7th inning. Billy Butler homered in that inning, his 12th. Wranglers 6, Rough Riders 2. Springfield is now trailing San Antonio 5-2 at the last of the 8th at Hammond Field. And Tulsa just put up 3 runs in the 6th on a homer by Joe Kashansky, his league-leading 23rd, but 9-3 Midland after 6 innings. Haynes the batter, 0 for 3 and a walk. The pitch, low, ball 1. Haynes struck out 3 times against the Hook starter Martinez, who now gets a no decision in his Double-A debut. And Haynes walked with 2 outs in the 7th against Rolandini. Stole second, went to third on a bunt hit, and scored on the throwing error by Saccomanno. 1-0 pitch. A little off the outside corner, ball 2. Kent brought on to face 3 left-handers in a row. Pauly struck out. Rodman doubles. And now Haynes will complete these 3 left-hand batters. 2 balls, no strikes. Kent's pitch to Haynes. Ball 3 outside. A right-hander starts to warm in the Hooks bullpen. It is Monty Mansfield. Dwayne Bacon is on deck. He may have a chance with the bases loaded if Kent misses with 1 more offering. The 3-0 pitch. He hit Haynes with it. Grazed his jersey. It would have been ball 4 anyway. Haynes on base. They're loaded up for Dwayne Bacon. Bacon tonight, 1 for 4. 1 hit, a bunt single in the 7th. And he's gone back into the dugout now. It looks like Ty Boykin's going to bring out a pinch hitter. He's got Aaron Peel on the bench, who is getting today off. Brandon Wood waiting in the batters in the on-deck circle, waiting to see who comes out. It is Peel. So it'll be Aaron Peel who comes on to pinch hit for the Travs with the bases loaded in the 8th inning. Peel was supposed to get the day off after going 0 for 5 last night in the loss to the Missions with 3 strikeouts. That ended a 7-game hit streak for Peel. But Aaron has been Dr. RBI for the Travs recently. In his last 25 games, he's driven in 21. Is the doctor in? We will see if Peel even faces Kent. Mansfield, the right-hander, still warming in the bullpen, and he's had a couple more minutes to get ready. House made a quick visit to the mound to talk with Kent. Rolandini is responsible for Wilson, who's at third base. Kent is responsible for Rodlin at second and Haynes at first. And before Peel steps into the batter's box, Dave Clark is out of the Corpus Christi dugout. So we will see the pitching change, which certainly makes sense to bring in a right-hand pitcher to face the right-hand batting Peel, and this will ice Peel's nerves a little bit. It'll be another pitching change, the second of the inning for Corpus Christi. Although, as of now, Clark has not pointed out to the bullpen. He'll probably wait for the umpires to force his hand. Travs are going to have a chance to break this game completely open after they trailed by 2 in the 7th. Clark's hand is now forced by the plate umpire. Clark chats with hands to the plate umpire. Dave Clark has really good personality, fun to talk to, good sense of humor. Who knows, he may just be giving Hanson a hard time right now, but the conversation continues. And Clark hasn't even looked into his bullpen yet. They're not just chatting, they're laughing. And so that will officially be it for Kent. For all I know, Clark, who has told an umpire he'll use him to pitch, maybe told Henson he wanted the umpire to throw. Now, the call to the bullpen brought to you by the new AT&T. Talk, surf, watch, go, and save. Do it all and get it all with services from the new AT&T. Your world delivered. The new pitcher is a right-hander, Monty Mansfield. Bases loaded, Peel the batter after a 60-second break. Travelers 6, Hooks 5 on Air America, Little Rock, 1380.
Kirk Woolsey, we happen to know that you are the world's worst backseat driver, which means, Kirk, that you like to be in control. But check out ATT.com. You can see all our best deals, like 12 months of true high-speed internet for just $12.99 a month when you order online. If you switch from your old cable company, you can get 3 months free. And with AT&T Account Manager, you can see your account activity, add services, and pay your bills online, all in one place. So that's Kirk's world. For everybody who's not Kirk, if ATT.com can deliver online control to him, it can do the same for you. Switch to the new AT&T at ATT.com, and you'll be in the driver's seat, so long as you're not riding with Kirk. SBC is now the new AT&T. The new AT&T, your world, delivered.
Taxi levy charges and federal universal service cost recovery Fiesta. High-speed internet will serve applied after 3 months paid service and excludes FUS cost recovery and other fees. For details of additional charges, restrictions, and requirements, call 1-866-416-6471 toll-free or visit AT&T.com for other details. Not available in all areas.
Mansfield has completed his warm-ups, making his 14th appearance for the Hooks. 4.43 ERA. More importantly, allowing a .300 batting average against. Aaron Peel getting the pinch hit opportunity with the bases loaded in the ninth, taking over for Dwayne Bacon, who finishes the night 1 for 4. Numbers on Peel this year. I'll tell you that in a moment as a stretch by Mansfield on the pitch. He'll take the curve in the dirt, ball 1. Good block by House, saves a run. Peel, .282 batting average, 8 homers, 37 runs batted in. With the bases loaded this season, Aaron Peel is 4 for 7 with 7 RBIs. It's Wilson at third, Rodlin at second, Haynes at first. The Travelers ahead 6-5 in the 8th. The 1-0. Check swing, and he followed through on the curve in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here in this 8th inning, the Travelers have scored 2 runs to take the lead. Matt Brown a double, Greg Porter an RBI single, Bobby Wilson and a base hit as well that brought Porter home after the right fielder Pence overran the ball. 2 out double by Rodlin sent Wilson to third, and then Haynes hit by the Steve Kent pitch. A ball and a strike on Peel. Mansfield kicks and delivers. Peel takes a high strike on a curveball. Nothing but breaking pitches from Mansfield so far. Outfield playing him to go the opposite way just a little. Left fielder Cortez, a little shallow. Infield plays straight away and deep. A ball and 2 strikes on field. The pitch. Curveball, slow roller to short, long run for Robertson. Charges glove, throws on the run, and he gets the out. Good play by Robinson. Had no margin for error, and with that on the run, Travelers scored 2 runs in the 8th inning on 4 base hits. There was 1 Corpus Christi error, and the Travelers strand 3. Will go to the top of the 9th inning. The Travelers looking to pull out a comeback win. Travelers 6, Hooks 5 on Air America Little Rock 1380 KDXE.
At one time or another, we all want to change the world in which we live, make it a better place. Introducing the new ITT Tech School of Criminal Justice. At ITT Tech, we now teach the fundamentals of the criminal justice system, along with the technology to help respond to and prevent crime. ITT Technical Institute School of Criminal Justice, education for the future. To find out more, call 1-800-ITT-TECH or visit us on the web.
Coca-Cola, this is Mitchell. My friend's brother is a molecular biologist, and he was saying the only way you could have gotten Coke Zero to taste like the regular Coke was to engineer it in space. I would not. Well, no, but think about the whole zero factor, like zero gravity. It makes perfect sense. Zero is for the 0 calories. Just stop pretending that you don't engineer Coke Zero in space. Can you do that? I wish I could speculate on that, sir. The next launch. I just want the time for the next launch. Coca-Cola Zero. Real Coke taste. 0 calories.
Emergency hotline, can I help you?
Yes. I need help.
All right, sir. What's the problem?
I can't taste my beer. I feel it in my mouth, but there's no taste.
Okay, sir. This is what I want you to do. Put the bottle down and step away from the beer.
Okay.
Walk straight to the corner store and pick up a 6-pack of Miller Lite.
Okay.
Don't worry. It's going to be all right.
Next time, try the light beer that actually tastes like beer. Great tasting, less selling Miller Lite. Miller, good call.
Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Coming back for the top of the 9th inning, the Travelers have come back and taken their second lead of the day. Arkansas led 2-1 after the 3rd inning before the Hooks tied it with 1 of the 4th. Hooks took the lead with a run in the 5th. Corpus added to after the Travelers tied the game in the 6th inning. The Hooks scored 2 runs in the 7th. Arkansas won in the 7th, take the lead in the 8th with 2 runs. Daniel Davidson remains on the mound as the 3 scheduled batters for the Hooks are all left-handers. But Rich Thompson will be warming up in the bullpen as the inning starts. Boykin trying to play those lefty versus lefty situations, and we'll see if it works. Robinson, the leadoff batter, has tripled. He's 1 for 3. And the pitch shows bunt, drag bunt. Davidson there to make the play on the first base side. Underhand flip, 1 out. One out on 1 pitch, and a fine play by Davidson for that out. Robinson did not put that bunt where he wanted to. It was too close to the mound and not hard enough. To the top of the order, and Josh Anderson. Anderson 2 for 4. Keep him off the bases. That means the league's leading base stealer would stay off. The pitch in there for a strike on a breaking ball. Anderson with 29 steals this year. He's looking to get on any way possible. Jorge Cortez on deck. Corners up just a little as Davidson sets. And the 0-1 pitch. Ground ball to first. Easy for Pauly. Takes it unassisted for the second out. So Anderson is gone. And Jorge Cortez is the last breath for the Corpus Christi Hooks. Cortez entered the game with a 3rd highest average in the league at .323. 1 hit and 4 chances tonight. It was a single in the 7th. He's hit 5 homers on the year. Davidson's first pitch. Ground ball, it is foul outside first. Just another few inches on the other side. It would have been an easy 2-base hit for Cortez. Thompson still throwing in the bullpen. Cortez holding the bat high. He is still in the box. The 0-1. Just off the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Davidson is the pitcher of record. The left-hander's 1-1. Called strike 2. Fastball at the knees. 1 strike away from a win. Hunter Pence on deck. Davidson set. The pitch. Strike 3 called. Fastball on the outside corner, and the Hooks go down in order in the 9th. Davidson sets them down 1-2-3. The Travs come back with 2 runs in the 8th. They beat the Hooks by a final score of 6-5, and you can't put it in the book. A very impressive comeback win against the first-place Corpus Christi Hooks as the Travs even their second-half record at 11-11. The Hooks fall in the second half to a record of 14-8. Davidson picks up the victory. Mansfield the loss. Arkansas with a comeback victory. 1 run in the 7th, 2 in the 8th. 6-5 your final. We'll have the totals in the recap next. This has been Arkansas Traveler Baseball on Air America Little Rock 1380 KDXE.
Back on April 13th, 1932, the Arkansas Travelers opened their brand new ballpark with thousands of breathless spectators. In Ray Winter Field's 74 years as home of the Travs, it's been a breeding ground for big league talent. We've seen young men develop from fledgling minor leaguer to World Series hero and experience the highs of 9 league championships. Almost 9 million fans have spun through its turnstiles. It's where we introduced our kids to the great game of baseball. We've brought dates to the bleachers and sat through rain delays with friends. We've grown up and grown older at Ray Winter Field. This is our ballpark. The Travs' new home, Dickey Stevens Park, will be ready by April 2007, and the team's future is bright. But Ray Winter Field has been a part of the fabric of life in Arkansas for 3/4 of a century. During the Travs' 2006 season, it's our chance to say goodbye to an old friend. Call 664-1555 or go to Travs.com.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
What if there were no bad drivers? What if everyone always followed the speed limit? What if 10-car pileups didn't exist? In a world like that, we'd all be better off. It's why Allstate is introducing 2 incentives to drive safe. For every 6 months you don't have an accident, you'll get cash off your renewal bill with a safe driving bonus. And for every year of safe driving, you'll get $100 off your deductible with Deductible Rewards. Another year, another $100 off, up to $500. But it's not just about saving money. Safe driving also saves lives. It's time to make the world a better place to drive. That's Allstate stands. Are you in good hands?
Get Allstate Your Choice Auto Insurance today. Call a local Allstate agent or 1-800-ALLSTATE. You can get $100 off your deductible the day you sign up. Features are optional and subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Deductible rewards apply to collision coverage. Patent pending. Allstate Property and Casualty Insurance Company and Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company, Norfolk, Illinois.
Hey, guys, want another beer?
Another what?
Another beer.
I didn't have a beer. Did you have a beer? I don't think so.
Yes, you did. These beers right in front of you? Remember you ordered them from me?
Where? I mean, I remember eating the wings. Yeah, the wings were good. Are you sure we drank the beer?
Look, you guys came in, you ate the wings, you drank the beer.
Huh.
Whatever. You guys want another round?
Of what?
Beer.
Yeah, that sounds great. You want a beer? I would love a beer.
Next time, try the light beer with the taste you won't forget. Great tasting, less filling, Miller Lite. Miller, good call.
Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
It's time now for the Allstate Insurance post-game show. Once again, here's the voice of the Arkansas Travelers, Phil Elson.
Back to Ray Winter Field. Phil Elson with you on your Allstate Insurance post-game report. Time to make the world a safer place to drive. That's Allstate stand. Are you in good hands? Here are the unofficial final totals for this evening's Traveler win. Corpus Christi, 5 runs on 12 base hits, committing 3 errors and stranding 6. The Travelers today score 6 runs on 12 base hits, committing 2 errors and leaving 8 men on base. Recapping the ball game, each team got a run in the first inning on an RBI from their cleanup batter. 2-out RBI single by J.R. House brought on Hunter Pence for the Hooks. And with 2 outs in the first inning, in the bottom of the first, Travelers got back-to-back doubles by Brandon Wood and Matt Brown. Brown's double would be a sign of more to come as the 1-1 tie was carried into the third inning. And Wood would take a 2-out walk from Ronnie Martinez before scoring all the way from first on Brown's second double of the ball game, hitting it to the left field wall. And it was 2-1 Travelers after the third, but Nick Green could not hold the lead. He had set down 7 straight coming into the fourth, giving up a leadoff double to Hunter Pence. Pence goes to third base on J.R. House's fly out to the right field wall. And Walter Young's base hit to right brings home Pence to tie the game at 2-2. Green then came back for the fifth inning after the Travs went down in order in the fourth. With 1 out, Mark Saccomanno hammers a 1-strike pitch over the left field fence for his 7th home run of the year and a 3-2 Corpus lead. Travelers retied the game in the 6th inning with Brown leading off, hitting his 12th home run of the year. At that point, Brown was 3 for 3 with 3 RBIs. It was a 3-3 tie, but the Hooks immediately got back aboard in the 7th when Johnny Ash stroked a 2-0 fastball from Green over the right field wall. Ash's first home run of the season put the Hooks in front 4-3. Hooks, however, not finished. They got a 1-out triple by Wade Robinson off the center field wall, and he scored when Josh Anderson hit a flare into shallow left for a base hit. It was a very odd situation where Ty Boykin wanted to bring on Daniel Davidson to face Anderson, but after he had already sent his infielders to talk with Green on the mound, then sent Ken Patterson, the pitching coach, to the hill, the umpires did not allow Boykin to make the pitching change, forcing Green to pitch to Anderson, and Anderson answered with that base hit to left. That would give the Hooks a 5-3 lead, and they were set up for a lot more after Davidson came in and allowed Jorge Cortez singles to right field. Next up, Hunter Pence walked on 4 pitches, loading the bases for J.R. House with just 1 out. House would fly out to left field with Nathan Haynes making the catch in front of the warning track. Anderson trotted home from third base with Cortez trying to advance from second. Haynes' throw was in time for the out with Brown tagging Cortez just a half second before Anderson touched the plate. The Hooks coaching staff argued, but the umpires got it right. That double play ended the 7th inning, and it was a huge blunder for Corpus Christi as they could have used that run, losing by 1 today. So it was the Hooks 5 and the Travelers 3 going into the last of the 7th inning when Corpus Christi brought on David Rolandini, and Rolandini got 2 quick outs before issuing a walk to Nathan Haynes. Haynes would steal second, and then with Dwayne Bacon bunting for a base hit, Haynes goes to third. Saccomanno, the third baseman, fields the ball barehand along the line. His throw to first was wild, bringing Haynes home for the Travelers' 4th run. They still trailed 5-4 going into the 8th. Rolandini remained on the mound, allowing Matt Brown's leadoff double, his 3rd double and 4th extra base hit of the night. That was the leadoff batter of the 8th, a tying run reaching. Brown would move to third baseman Terry Evans hit a roller to second, and then with 1 away in the infield drawn up, Greg Porter hits a smash into right field, a base hit scoring Brown to tie the game at 5. This is where the Travs got creative. Hit and run with Porter running on a pitch from Rolandini to Bobby Wilson. Wilson hit a chopper right where Johnny Ash was standing before he covered second base. And with him moving up the middle, that right side of the infield was wide open. Wilson found that gap with Porter going first to third. But Pence, the right fielder, overran the ball, bobbling it. It got behind it by a couple of feet, which allowed Porter to come home and score the winning run. Wilson did not get credit for an RBI on the play, but certainly deserves a lot of credit for being able to guide that ball to the right side of the infield. Travelers was still set up for a big inning. They had the bases loaded and 2 outs when Aaron Peel came on in a pinch and grounded out to shortstop, ending the frame. But Daniel Davidson made quick work of the Hooks in the top of the 9th, setting down the 9, 1, and 2 hitters in order, catching Jorge Cortez looking for the final out of the ball game. So Davidson gets the victory. He goes to 2-7 with his first win as a reliever. David Rolandini drops to 2-3. Time of game was 2 hours 29 minutes. The paid crowd 3,218. The Travs now 11-11, and at the moment a half game behind Wichita for first in the North. The Hooks fall to 14-8, and their lead in the South Division is down to a game and a half over San Antonio. Coming up next on the postgame report, we'll have all the scores from the Texas and Major Leagues on Air America Little Rock 1380 KDXE.
Coca-Cola, this is Mitchell. My friend's brother is a molecular biologist, and he was saying the only way you could have gotten Coke Zero to taste like the regular Coke was to engineer it in space. I would not know, but think about the whole zero factor, like zero gravity. It makes perfect sense. Zero is for the 0 calories. Just stop pretending that you don't engineer Coke Zero in space. Can you do that? I wish I could speculate on that, sir. The next launch. I just want the time for the next launch. Coca-Cola Zero. Real Coke taste. 0 calories.
Your world is suddenly changing for the better because two great companies have now joined forces to deliver the world that matters most. Yours. AT&T, with its passion to invent, and SPC, with its drive to deliver, have come together to create the most complete and secure network with voice services, digital satellite TV, high-speed internet, and singular wireless. Learn more at thenewatt.com. Introducing the new AT&T. Your world delivered.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Back at Raywinder Field as the field crew readies up for tomorrow's doubleheader. The Travelers win the opening game of the three-game series against Corpus Christi by a 6-5 final score. Taking a look at the Texas League ball games, Wichita still rallying in the 7th. 6 runs have scored for the Wranglers. They lead Frisco 8-4 going into the 8th. So at the moment, the Travelers a half game in back of the Wranglers. It looks like they'll remain 1 game out. However, Springfield started today tied with Arkansas's record 10-11. Right now, the Cardinals trail San Antonio in the 9th inning 5-2. Mike Wilson, a home run for San Antonio, his 4th. Cody Arthur has homered for Springfield, his 6th. One other game at Midland, the Rockhounds had a 9-0 lead going into the 6th against Tulsa, where the Drillers scored 3 times in the 6th with Joe Kashinsky hitting his league-high 23rd homer. The Drillers tack on 2 more in the 7th, and right now it's Midland 9 and Tulsa 5 going into the 8th. To the Major League games, and these are the final scores. The Pittsburgh Pirates open up the second half, beating the Washington Nationals 7-4. Zach Duke, the winner, goes to 6-8. Mike Gonzalez saving his 14th. And Ramon Ortiz falls to 6-8 with the loss. Jose Bautista homers for the Bucks, his 11th. Jose Vidro for the Nationals lose their 4th straight. Cincinnati, a 3-1 win over Colorado with former Midland right-hander Aaron Harang picking up his 10th win of the year. Jason Jennings falls to 6-7, and Eddie Guardado saves his 2nd game since the trade to Cincinnati. Reds got an early homer from Adam Dunn, his 29th of the year. The Florida Marlins defeat Houston 3-1. Roger Clemens in his comeback falls to 1-3, and once again the Astros gave him virtually no offense. They didn't score until the 9th. The Astros get 4 hits. Sanchez the winner, his record 2-0. Clemens falls to 1-3. Joe Borowski saving his 17th. 1 homer by Florida rookie Reggie Abercrombie. The Dodgers shut out the Redbirds shut out the Dodgers 5-0 with Chris Carpenter tossing a 2-hit complete game shutout for his 8th win of the year. He was aided by homers by Duncan and by Juan Encarnacion. The loss goes to Derek Lowe, falling to 7-6. Carpenter now 8-4. In the American League, Oakland handed Boston one of the worst defeats of the year, 15-3. A's rally for 8 runs in the 8th inning. Barry Zito picks up his 9th win against 6 losses. Josh Beckett is 11-5 as the losing pitcher. Mark Ellis, the only homer of the game, his 4th of the year. The Yankees score 3 runs in the 8th inning, beating the White Sox 6-5 at the stadium today. Jose Contreras takes the loss, his first loss in 17 decisions, and obviously his first loss of the year. Contreras hadn't lost since August of last season. He's now 9-1. Kyle Farnsworth picks up the win. He is 3-4. Mariano Rivera saved his 20th, and it is the cruel truth that the team that originally signed Contreras and then traded him to the White Sox, where he won the World Series last year, is the team that ends Contreras' amazing 17-game winning streak. Seattle hands the Toronto Blue Jays a 5-3 defeat with former San Antonio Mission right-hander Gil Mesh picking up his 9th win, and another former San Antonio pitcher, J.J. Putz, says, "Who you calling Putz?" with a 17th save of the year. Jansen the loss. He is 6-8. Greg Zahn and Vernon Wells have homered for the Blue Jays. A couple other finals. Texas over the Baltimore Orioles 2-1. Kevin Millwood outduels Chris Benson for the win. Millwood 9-5. Benson 9-8. Antonio Atsuka saves his 18th. I believe that's Akinori Otsuka with his 18th save. I don't think you'll find Antonio and Otsuka in the same name. The Mets over the Cubbies 6-3. Steve Traxel won his 7th straight start in 9th of the year. Greg Maddux falls to 7-10. These games in progress. Kansas City tied with Detroit 9-9 in the 9th inning. Angel Baroa and Mark Teahan have homered for the Royals. The Angels now are tied with the Tampa Bay Devil Rays in the 4th inning. 0-0. John Lackey on the mound for the Angels on 3 innings, giving up just 2 base hits. Other games in progress in the National League. The Milwaukee Brewers 2, Arizona Diamondbacks 1 of the 5th at Phoenix. San Diego hosting Atlanta, and it's all Braves at the moment. 5-1 in the middle of the 3rd. Homers by the Jones boys. Chipper hit his 12th. Andrew hit his 21st. Gonzalez hits number 14 for the Padres. End of 3 at San Francisco. The Phillies 1 and the Giants 0. Those are all the scores. They're brought to you by Southwest Airlines, the official airline of the Arkansas Travelers. If you're looking for low fares, look online at southwest.com. Travelers come back and defeat Corpus Christi by a 6-5 final. We'll wrap up the broadcast after this break on Air America Little Rock 1380 KDXE.
You signaled your turn. You merged without cutting anyone off. You stopped because the light was red. Through rain and sleet, through dark of night, 365 and 1/4 days a year, you drive safely. Now Allstate rewards you for being the hero you are. Introducing the Safe Driving Bonus. For every 6 months you don't have an accident, Allstate will give you an extra bonus. Actual cash off your renewal bill. That's on top of any discount you've already received. It's time to make the world a better place to drive. That's Allstate stands. Are you in good hands?
Get Allstate Your Choice Auto Insurance today. Call a local Allstate agent or 1-800-ALLSTATE. You can start earning your safe driving bonus the day you sign up. Features optional and subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Patent pending. Allstate Company, Casualty Insurance Company, Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company, Northbrook, Illinois.
Of all the days of the week, it seems that Mondays are everybody's least favorite day. Well, the Travs and the Arkansas Democrat Gazette have a reason for baseball fans to look forward to Mondays. That's because Mondays are Democrat Gazette family night here at the ballpark. You just pick up a copy of Monday's Democrat Gazette, and you'll find a discount family ticket right there in the sports section. That's right. It's a coupon that admits the whole family for just $2 a person. Hey, Mondays don't sound so bad anymore.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Recapping this comeback Traveler win. Phil Elson with you on Air America Little Rock 1380 KDXE for the final segment of our Allstate Insurance postgame report. Here are the official final totals tonight. Corpus Christi with 5 runs on 12 hits, committing 3 errors, stranding 6. Travelers scored 6 runs on 12 hits, 2 errors, leaving 8 men aboard. Daniel Davidson, the winner, going 2 2/3 of relief. 2 hits, a walk, and 2 strikeouts, no runs. Davidson 2-7, lowered his ERA to 5.66. David Rolandini takes the loss, also blows a save. It was an inning and a third, allowing 3 runs, just 1 of them earned on 4 hits, a walk, and a strikeout. Rolandini now 2-3. Time of game was 2 hours and 29 minutes, and those who paid to see it tonight numbered 3,218. BC Powder player of the game, a no-doubter. Matt Brown had a huge night. 4 for 4, 3 doubles, a home run. Brown finishes with 3 RBIs, scoring twice. Raised his average to 315, which actually now ties him with Bobby Wilson for the team lead. Brown now with hits in 15 of his last 16 games, batting almost 500 during that stretch, and has driven in 17 runs during those 16 games. Matt Brown, his season, which has been very good up to this point, continues in the comeback win tonight for the Arkansas Travelers. Travs today had trailed by 2 runs going into the 7th. The Hooks hadn't had more than a 1-run lead until that inning. The Travelers scored the final 3 runs of the ball game, pulling out the victory with 2 runs in the 8th. Arkansas now 11-11 in the second half. Right now a half game in back of Wichita. The Wranglers still leading the who the heck is Wichita playing? They're leading the Frisco Rough Riders 8-4 going into the 8th. So it looks like unless the Wranglers suffer a big meltdown, it'll still be a one-game lead over the Travelers in the North Division as we play a doubleheader tomorrow night. A classic Saturday night at Raywinder Field as the Hooks make their really just a very quick and final visit to this ballpark in just their 2-year franchise history. Matchup on the mound in Game 1 should be a good one. Jose Arredondo for the Travelers in 2 starts. He's 1-0 with a shutout and a 1.93 ERA. His opponent, Josh Miller, also a right-hander, he is 7-7 with a 3.84 ERA. To be announced, will pitch for the Travs in Game 2. He has no record and no ERA. And the pitcher for the Hooks in Game 2 will be left-hander Josh Mickey. His record 0-4 with an 11.35 earned run average. Giveaway tomorrow will force you to get here early. The first 1,000 paid adults get a free Raywinder Field commemorative cap marking 74 years of Traveler baseball at Raywinder Field from 1932 to 2006. That is brought to you by Firewise, the Arkansas Forestry Commission as well. And again, since the gates open at 5:30, you want to get here early to get that Raywinder Field commemorative cap. Our broadcast will have the ITT Tech pregame show at 6:10 here on Air America Little Rock, 1380 KDXE. So for Matt Alderman back at the studios and the folks at minorleaguebaseball.com, I'm Phil Elson thanking you for tuning in tonight. Our final score from Raywinder Field, the Arkansas Travelers 6 and the Corpus Christi Hooks 5. Have a great night. We'll talk baseball again tomorrow.
Today's game has been brought to you by AT&T, Coca-Cola, Allstate Insurance, ITT Technical Institute, Miller Lite, and Arkansas Federal Credit Union. You've been listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.